Hello. Welcome to the stream. Guys, hello. Talking to the mic, you goofy. Talking to the mic, you. You guys, I have to issue a formal apology. Not one that is like, I shouldn't say have to. K-Man has to issue a formal apology. For instance, I am choosing to issue a formal apology to Zebra. So, I can't believe that this hasn't happened more because it almost messes me up constantly. But if you guys have been around here for a while, you know the Snack Attack 8 stream schedule is Friday nights starting at 11:30 p.m. and Sundays starting at 7 p.m. However, because I have the brain, because I have the fucking ant brain, all I have is the little tiny, like, baby medulla oblongata and, like, a little fucking nervous cluster up there. Because one of them is directly on the hour and one of them is 30, like, half past, I mix the times up constantly. I don't know if anybody else, like, can sympathize with me on this, but there are so many nights where I'll go to do my, like, pre-stream tweet for the Friday stream, and I'll tweet at 10 p.m. Normally I try to do it an hour beforehand. I'll tweet at 10 p.m. and I'll say to, like, Dark Souls in an hour. When it's not an hour, it's an hour and a half. It's just, for some reason, the half and the whole, like half to whole, messes me up all the time. So today, I was a little past 11, and in my head, I was just thinking, like, oh man, I'm late, because I was working on something, both on the game and outside the game. And I was like, dang it, I'm late. Let me make this post, let me go live. And then I went live at 11:15. And then I was like, oh wait, I'm 15 minutes early for my stream. I'm not behind at all. I'm not in trouble at all. We should be able to start our stream a little early before work. So that happened today. You obviously, if you're watching the VOD or something, it won't mean anything to you, but it's a funny little way to start. What's up to Pixie? I had how many cocktails tonight? I would hope only one. I would hope 0 to 1. Zebra, thank you for the raid. We got a little dead wife puffs. Gems them up. Peanut butter dead wife flavor. Sizz, Will, Zebra, Isaac, Rinslet, Tamal, buddy bro. Zebra, thank you for the resub. I'm a rangerologist. Hoorah. I had sat back down by the time that came in, and I was cracking up at Gerologist. Let's see. Snecka ant wheel Goa. Be a good emote. A little ant on a wheel, do we think? I want like a little, I want a two-parter emote that's Snecka Farm 1 and 2, and it's just like a little ant farm where they just go around. I think that would be cute to watch. Snecka Farm, and it's like one half, and then the other half they're in like a terrarium, like a fish tank kind of thing. And the little ant farm where they go. You guys, welcome to the stream. Does everybody know the song? Did the arrangement? Yes, Snacka Alien and Snacka Ant Farm. Did the arrangement throw you guys off? It's the Katamari theme. I know it sounds like Peanuts music, but don't be misled. It's the overture from We Love Katamari specifically, which is like the I think is the file select or maybe the title scream. It plays like at the beginning of the game somewhere. I think it's the title screen. You guys, we're playing Once Upon a Katamari on here. I really like this song though, and I figured it was perfect for like the fall cozy vibe that I'm kind of trying to go for, even though we've been playing this since May. I think that Once Upon a Katamari would be like the perfect game to play after DK Bonanza. I have like a couple short games, or a couple games that what the fuck is that? I have a couple games that I'm like interested in playing like, after that, but if Girouge is still going, which I think it will be. I'm hoping we'll be closing in on DK Bonanza soon. Not because I'm sick of the game, but just because, one, I want to see what happens at the end, and two, you know, sometimes I want to move on. They replaced Kappa? Who is this? Who is this guy, though? Did he get canceled? Is this Peter Stormare? Weren't we just talking about Peter Stormare? Like, on here? Maybe that was a different stream. Maybe that was... Oh, because he was in Until Dawn. They got the replacer. That's crazy. Well, alright. It's a COD thing. Is he in the new COD Black Ops 7? Yo, what's up, Kingo? I don't know. I'm out of the loop on that one. I guess they replaced Kappa. Zebra, are you gonna re-enable it? Anyway, I want DK to wrap up soon. Just because you know, I get that urge. I know Sizz has talked about this, but sometimes you get that urge to just move on. And I also don't want to do DK Artist anymore. That's the only part of the game I, like, don't want to do. The only thing in that game I'm sick of is DK Artist. Stay tuned for Sunday. Okay, that's all for the intro. No, we can't drop it, Zebra. I like the bit. I like when it's done. It's like once my creation is finished, I like it. I just hate doing anything in the mode. It isn't fun. Sometimes you have to suffer for your bits. Guys, we're gonna do a pull. I don't know how many hourglasses I have, but I'm sure I have enough to afford a pull at least. I do. I have 23, and I only need to use 4. And we're gonna pull off of Altaria. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show liberals. We're gonna pull on Altaria because, I've been pulling a bunch on Blaziken. Just kind of trying to get some of the EX Pokemon in that pack that I don't have. Like, I still don't have Rapidash, and I don't have Mega Pinsir. But I also don't really, like, care that much about those. I've just been doing it. I don't think I have any Ampharos either. I have some of the other big cards in Altaria. I have Whimsicott. I have the Immersive Altaria. And Gyarados, Rinslet was kind enough to share a Mega Gyarados EX with me, so now I have 2 there. And I've pulled a lot on Gyarados, so I think we're going to do Altaria today. No more 10 pulls, though I do still have a bunch of challenge hourglasses to do. Everybody has been so nice to me with the shares lately. Pixel helped me get the Meganium avatar. I had some folks help me finish, I think Wolf helped me finish. Well, like, everyone has helped me here and there, but Wolf got me the last card to get me over Celestial Guardians, and then Rinslet, I think, sent me the last one I needed for... Or Rinslet sent me one, and then I pack points one, and that was the last one I needed for Sea and Sky. So I'm actually crushing it on, like the pack 100%, like for the diamond cards. I have all of them except for Deluxe Pack EX, which is fake, and this. But I'm getting there on this. Let's do our pull, though, and then we'll get into the game. We got an exciting Rouge tonight. All right, ready? Let's get some Kondo shakes. And you know what we're listening for. We're listening for the Kwang! Ready? Okay, no Kwang. But what we did get was Litwick, which is very cute artwork. Shroomish. You guys, they did a Poke Earth. Does anybody follow that Poke Earth channel? There's like 2 that do it, but there's only 1 that's good. Poke Earth, I think the channel is like some like Blastoise thing or something. But anyway, whatever. They did an episode about Shroomish today that was cute. It wasn't my favorite because it felt a little too like human, like a little too anthropomorphic for me. But it was still cute. It had Shuckle in it too. Oh, and we got Breloom, who I guess I had, but I never admired how cute this art is. Shroomish and Breloom. And Phantump, another grass type. And Dubwool, who, you know what? I'll take it because I didn't have this card. It's one of the few 2 diamonds I would imagine that I don't have yet. So we, at this point in this pack lifetime, we take those. I have pulled a lot of cards from this pack. Anything new is exciting to me. That gets us to 190 out of 226 for the diamond cards. Pretty good. I call that a dub. Get it? All right. Hey, I can't wait for the ranked season to start on that. Doesn't it start, like, soon? Does it? Or there's an event or something happening soon? There's something happening soon on the game. Guys, Jarouge. You don't know? Well, normally they start, like, right away. And then I know. But when it's like this, sometimes, I don't know. Oh, not this shit again. I tested this right before we went live. I swear this is not a problem with anything on my end. This is a problem with Dark Souls 2. We should be able to fix it, though. A lot of the time, if I go online and then exit out of the game, and then I exit back in, then it will work. Let's try it from here. Okay. Alright. Anyway, guys, we'll just reveal it now. Oh, I gotta get rid of this thing, too. I went and got another one of these axes, and now we can power stance the the Scopper Capon blades. And to inaugurate that, I think I'll be leaving the band now. When? Now. All right, guys. We all go over like all of the couple things. I played the game offline a little bit. I played the game offline, off stream some actually. I'll let you guys know what we did. We didn't do anything new, but I did have to do some funny things in order to make this happen. I hope that it will let me log in this time. Okay, what if I restart the game? You guys, I had the idea to for if you don't remember, again, this is when we used this axe, I made this is like halfway through like the beginning of the project, and now the first time we used this random axe that I thought looked cool, I made this sad version of the face cam, and then I was like, we should do like, I should go like another step further. And I thought that was funny. All right, please, 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 work, 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 work. Fuck. All right, let me try it again. Sometimes I just gotta run around a little bit. I can tell you guys the story though. Okay, so I didn't want to waste time. I wanted to make sure I was positive boss. With like on tonight's stream. So I was like, all right, what I'll do offline is because last week on stream we got enough strength to be able to power stance these axes. Which I did end up having to look up like how you do it also, and I'll show you guys the power stance specific animations, or at least the ones I could figure out. I was like, this was our goal, so we got enough strength, so I was like, all right, now I just need to go get the axe. So I went back to the Doors of Pharos, which is where we got the this Gurm axe the first time, and I pulled up the Dark Souls wiki because I was like, I wanted to find out how you get another one of these axes. Now, okay, so there's this weapon, which is the Gurm axe, or Germ, however you say it. It's just an axe, standard axe type weapon, not a great axe. There's also a weapon called the Gurm Great Axe, which is, bigger. It's double-sided. It also looks cool. I didn't even know it was in the game, but it's also heavier, so I don't know. Now, looking up guides online, I kept finding people saying you can go to Doors of Pharos and farm the Gurm axe off of the like the monster Gurm warrior guys who appear. as long as they're the axe-wielding ones and they're not the ones that have the hammer. I did find some of the axe-wielding ones, but what no one can fucking get in through their heads is that those guys drop the great axe weapon, not the axe. And as far as I was able to find, I even found someone was like, well, if you go see fucking Wheel and Deal, whatever his name is, who is also in that area, and you spend 16,000 souls on for him or something, then he'll give you one for free. And I was like, okay, tight. I love that guy. I'll go buy some moss or some shit from his shop, because the moss is good anyway. And I got his item that he gave me, which is the fucking great axe again. No one like, acknowledges that this cool ass one-sided axe even exists. They just think it's the great axe. So what I found out was it seems like the only place you can get the Germ axe drop, and this is where we got our first one, is the corpse in the Doors of Pharos, like right in that big entry area with the mammoth guy and those rats, like where the water is. You could get one as an item off of a corpse. So what did I do? I used a bonfire aesthetic in that area. Now, I don't know if that is like something we shouldn't have done. I don't think it's a huge deal because, one, we're in the Rat Covenant anyway, and if you're in the Rat Covenant, the monsters in that area don't even attack you. And two, it seems like it's like an optional area anyway, I would imagine. Is that right, Sis? So it didn't seem like it was that big of a deal to me to do that. I did waste one because I used one on this bonfire when, in order to respawn that item, I needed to use one on this bonfire. So I did waste one, but we have a bunch of those anyway. I still have 6, so I don't think that should be too bad. But so I did that. I got the item. Then I realized that we were, even with the strength to wield these, I was too heavy to not do a, like, I was doing the, like, fat roll. So then I went and I killed the Royal Rat Authority again. Because the bosses respawn when you use the bonfire aesthetic. It respawns all the items and all the enemies and the boss. So I went and I got the drop for the second one so we could have 2. I went and I, just to get the souls, Royal Rat Authority is not that hard. I went and I beat him again. Which I didn't mind not showing on stream because it's like not that cool of a boss. It's just like a, you know, just a big rat thing. Off-screen positive boss. That one's not counting for positive boss. I just did it for the souls. And then I leveled up endurance or whatever it is, vitality twice. And I used the rest of my souls to level up the axe. But here we are. Finally, we have our our alt build. This is still not the main build. The main build is still guts. But we have our alt build dual axes weapon. And that's all that I had to go through to get it to happen. Now, let's quit out of the game, try to log back in online. I hope it's just that this is what normally happens. Sometimes you just gotta let the game figure it out for a second. Jueves, wait. Jueves, fuck! That's so annoying. I'm gonna try reconnecting and connecting my internet again. Capture card. Jueves go. Thank you, Zebra. That's what I'm looking for here. Let's test my internet connection. Let's test.my. Guys, I hope everybody's doing good. I have so much I want to talk about today. And I think the perfect place for us to do that is that stupid-ass witch area. The Sorcerer's Swamp. The Labyrinth of Amala, or whatever the fuck. The Labyrinth of Amala is in Donkey Kong. Well, it all connected. It's still trying to upload my fucking... Let's see. My Ethernet is connected to the PS5. It should be working fine. gonna... Oh, I didn't close the game. This is what happens. This is how we get fucked up playtimes. All right. I'm gonna come back. Might forego the PSVR 2 and get the Steam frame. The Steam frame looks cool. Guys, there was all kinds of gaming news this week. Like, all kinds. Some of it some of it I want to scream. Some of it I want to rage and like raise my fist at God over. Some of it I'm fairly neutral towards. I hope these servers aren't like dying. I hope it's not the art of dying. Again, I literally booted up the game to get onto the game and do this stuff, and it worked fine then. I promise you this is not on my end. Oh, she, can you help me can you help me get my game online? Again, it's not a huge deal not playing online, but I like playing online. I like to see what everybody did. I like to see the messages. I'm gonna sit here and just keep running attempts at this. But I hope everybody had a good week. What did I do this week? Just general stuff. I played some games. On Sunday, I was talking about getting back into going to the gym and thinking I said on Sunday, I was like, I'm going to try to go every every day this week. Which didn't happen. However, if you shoot for the moon, Mirakun, and you'll land in the stars, because I went more days still this week than I have in a long time. If I go on Saturday, have gone 4 days. Which is good for me. I would like to just maybe try to get into just every other day. Now that the thing you gotta do is just like, I don't know. For me at least, when I haven't done something regularly in a long time, I start putting it on a pedestal, and like, not that this was really like that, but you just have to like warm up to doing something again and like remember that it's fun and good for you and not like bad. And then you'll like want to go more. So I'm gonna try to shoot for like every other day for right now. And like we were saying on Sunday, just get into the habit so that when I might restart the whole system so that when I start working again, then I'll like have the habit made already and I can follow it better. That's what I think I want to do. But other than that, I did some things. I played some games, and yeah, I went to the grocery store. I didn't do that much. That was cool. We started an archipelago on Monday. And archipelago, which by the way, if you don't know, is like a big interconnected randomizer. You think like doing a randomizer of a video game, but all of your items and stuff are in other people's games. Which we sort of just like, oops, there was my real name, but whatever. Which we doxed. Which we sort of just, but I'm not showing the IP address. We sort of like just kind of pretty late, like last minute, just kind of jumped into wanting to do. But then like it came up and like we got it all together, and then I was like really excited about it all through last week. And then I destroyed my game. I think some people are still working on AP, but it's just the last couple stragglers. Again, people with less free time than I have right now are still working on their games. But I played a lot Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and I finished the game Wednesday night. We had a setting, myself, K-Man, Trump sucking dick. I saw something about that, right? Like right before I was going live. I don't know. Whatever. What was I gonna say? I enabled a setting, and so did Will, K-Man, Tamal, and who else? Comb. I think we were all of the ones who did it. Enabled a setting called Deathlink, so the very end of the game was extremely funny. I was at the end of the game. I was in Ganon's castle. I had to go fight the final boss gauntlet. I always play with the castle escape on, even though some people turn it off for Zooter. I played Ocarina of Time, by the way. And then Will and K-Man were playing SA2, and they were like trading volleys of deaths back and forth, which again affected my game every time. So I had to stock all the 3 bottles that I had up with fairies, and then just pray and hope that I could make it through the end of Ocarina of Time before K-Man specifically just killed me. We were cracking up. It was like really funny. We were dying. And then I finished the game. I never got bombs, which was sort of the fun, kind of unique part of this randomizer. I guess I could like uninstall and reinstall the game. I mean, we're not going to do that tonight. If we have to play a night without being online, we can, but I just don't want to. Like, that'll kind of suck. I finished the game without bombs just because I kept getting bomb chews and I never got a bomb bag. And I was like, you know what? I bet we can just beat it. And we did. And then so I finished it Wednesday night. We started Monday. What do I just keep connecting? Like a game with like a game that's this old, you can't imagine the servers would be under maintenance. Like, why would they do that? I can't seem to find the exact source of it, but I know, like, this has happened to me before on here, and when I looked it up, I've also seen other people acknowledge the same thing, that this happens. Did you find that, Sis? Anyway, Donald Trump maybe sucked Bill Clinton's dick. I saw the things that I saw about it was, a bunch of people were posting there's like an interaction where someone on Twitter was posting like Obama was the Glizzy King because there's just a bunch of pictures of Obama eating hot dogs, and then this like Trump supporter guy was like trying to like argue with him. He's like, nah, Trump's the Glizzy King. He's the Glizzy Gulper. And then people were like, so a bunch of people were reposting that, and then they were like, you know what, you know, evergreen tweet. It came true. This guy was right. If Donald Trump sucked Bill Clinton's dick at like a Jeffrey Epstein dick sucking party, he's the Glizzy Goat. I'm sorry. I don't know if that was. I don't know if that was part of it, but I assume it easily could have been. Oh my God! Please just work this time. You ever like have a thing that you're trying to do like with technology, and you just keep repeating the same process, hoping it will work, and it never does. But then it one time does. That's how I feel right now. I know they say, like, you know, repeat the same thing over and over. That's the definition of insanity or whatever. That's not true for technology. That might be true for some other things, but for, like, computer, that's not true. For computer, sometimes it will just work eventually. Yeah, I always think of cartridge games. Taking them out and blowing in them and putting them back in and blowing Bill Clinton. Maybe they're just down. Maybe they're down. What if the servers are gone during Girouge playthrough? We probably should just start it offline. Do we ever get in? We've only gotten invaded by players once or twice, and getting invaded by other players sucks. I just expect that I'm gonna die. At this point, it's like kind of funny sometimes. When we got invaded by that guy who was called like Noob Killer or something, it was funny. But other than that, all we really miss out on is the messages and the bloodstains, right? I think we'll be fine without that today. But I'm pissed off still. Know that I'm still pissed. This is pretty funny, Isaac. Yeah, you know. Hilarious. Let's see what the right-wing Coper's like. I'll say about this. Alright, so do you guys want to see power stancing? Unfortunately, you guys, it isn't that cool looking. But, you know, I'm still pleased with it. I'm proud of the work we accomplished here with 2 axes. And it has some kind of cool looking moves. So to power stance, you have to hold triangle. And instead of like going two-handed, he holds the axes like this, which is definitely how I'm going to walk around because this is the coolest looking. Normal axe swing with this axe, which again we haven't used in a while. You just kind of do it like this. You just kind of big mash. You kind of just mash big mal. Big hams coming out. But if we power stance, and then we do this. Double swing. And even cooler, check this one out. This shit's pretty raw. Check this out. Even cooler, the fucking riz on it. The twirl. Even cooler, the twirl. Look at this shit. Boom! Now these axes are pretty short range, so they're definitely gonna take some getting used to, compared to the big long sword that's like easy to swing. But we beat fucking Duke's Dear Freya with the single axe before, so yeah. Well, that's L1 and L1 and L2, and then R1 and R2 is the normal single hand swing. And then with this mode, you can also do this kind of rolling spin attack thing with the light attacks, which I don't think that adds a second hitbox to it or more damage. Maybe it adds more damage, but it seems like the same animation both ways, and it seems like he's only swinging one axe. It still looks cool though. But anyway, here we are. Alt build Jarouge. Still red hair, still gaunt, still the king. Let's get fucking into it. Hello, she. Alright. You guys, last time, we made a lot of progress last time, but then we sort of got stun locked here. My Azumanga Daioh fell off my shelf. We got stun locked here in the Shrine of Amana because of these fucking sorcerers. I actually don't want my book to like the cover to get bent or something, so I'm just gonna turn it over. One sec. Blah. Okay, it was fine. Maybe the servers are getting updated. Just like why though? Just why? What would chat do? All right, here's what I hope is that my axes with their like big swing are enough to one-hit KO these guys. They are. They do. I don't know. Is that 999's max damage? It might be. Oh, but we had to be like up close, maybe. I mean, that did all his whole health bar. It just showed me 1,000, so I guess I answered my own question. It's not. Now, those guys die in one hit, though they also died in one hit to the gut sword. I don't know how much more powerful this power stanced axes is compared to the gut sword. And the other thing is just to make myself lighter so I could roll the way I want, I had to take the Scotchy shield off. Which probably isn't good for this area. Like, it's probably hurting me for this part of the game. But fuck it, we're just gonna do it anyway. I don't care. Ow. Alright, we died, but that one wasn't my fault. That wasn't the axe's fault. I forgot that big guy was here. Guys, hell yeah. What's up? Everybody getting ready for Thanksgiving? Oh god, it's so loud in my ear. It's so loud. Is it too loud, do you think? Do you guys think The Art of Dying is too loud? We can change it. We can make it quieter. Don't remove it. I'm gonna make it like, just like 5 volume quieter. That might be better. Was it different at all? Was it any better? Guys, welcome to the stream. You all getting ready for Thanksgiving? I'm thinking of bringing the Baja Blast pie. I don't know if we've talked about that on stream yet. Did we? Taco Bell has a $20 Mountain Dew Baja Blast pie. I know it's been talked about on someone's stream, but I don't remember if it was mine or not. I don't know if we've officially breached the subject. Broached the subject, I should say. I want to get it, though. I will be getting it. I've been thinking about bringing it to my family Thanksgiving. Though I think they would just, like, think... Like, I don't even think they would think it was funny. I think they would just, like, be concerned for me. I think if I brought the Baja Blast pie to my family Thanksgiving, I think they would be like, are you okay? Like, are you eating right? Not that my, like, parents don't know that I like Taco Bell. They definitely know. My mom used to take me to Taco Bell after my math tutoring every week. Math was my worst subject in school. When I was in middle school, I would go to my my sister's elementary school teacher's house, because she also offered math tutoring, and she would tutor me every week. And to be fair, it did help. But the most memorable part about that to me was that I got to go to Taco Bell when it was over and get like a bean burrito. It's like most what I think of still when I think about that menu item, which is like my favorite menu item. And that, my friends, is how American children become obese. That, my friends, is a unique American affliction where fast food is tied to our fondest memories. I'm not even joking. That's part of it. Yeah, they might start to. I don't think they know that I'm doing No Heat November. And I'm mostly doing it just because, like, it's funny, and I think it's fun, like, to talk about on stream, and it's fun to say No Heat November. But I think, again, if they found out I was doing it, they would not get the comedy in it. They would, like, be, like, worried that I didn't have enough money. They would be, like, worried that I was running through all of my money at like, too rapid a pace. Which I'm not. I've a good amount of savings. I have a 401k. I'm, like, doing okay on money for where I am in life. I wouldn't have quit with no backup plan if I wasn't going to be, like, fine for a while. Obviously, like, you don't want to waste a bunch of money, but they would be like, how much are you spending? Are you okay? You're doing No Heat November? They would, though. But I might bring it still. Yeah, balance out. That's... Oh, Jarouge, we might suck. Listen, we gotta get used to this new build. This guy sucks no matter what. Even with the gut swords, this guy sucks. Maybe some heat? No Heat November! Am I Jerry? Was that like Jerry-esque? Geriatric? You guys, I do have that association with Taco Bell, though, if we're really talking about that. I specifically, like, eating a Taco Bell bean burrito makes me think of, like, being done with tutoring, like, it being dark outside, and sitting in the back seat of the car, specifically playing Yoshi's Island on Game Boy Advance. Yeah, they're both upgraded to +7 right now, which was the most I had the souls for. This first axe was already +7. And so I just got the other one, the second one, to it also. That was actually, like, we gotta get better at these jumping, like these rolling spin attacks, because those are cool. But yeah, and being done with tutoring, it being like cool outside, but cool like how I thought it was cool, like, you know, like in the air, because I was in Florida and it was not cool. In Florida, you can do no heat November all year. But like being dark outside, done with tutoring, hoping I'm gonna do better on my next math test. It's a little bit chillier in the air, and I'm playing Yoshi's Island on my Game Boy Advance, and I'm eating my burrito. That's like a specific aesthetic, like, palette for me. Loser. Watch this. Just, like, doesn't do enough damage to him still. And these fucking blasts! Oh my god, these scotchy blasts. Sharouche. I'm not respecting him. We gotta learn the stamina commits to this too. But listen, I'm guaranteeing you guys, if we weren't dying to this, we would be dying further into this area. Yeah, I think we need 2. I think I gotta put 2 on it. You guys, speaking of my parents, I have a fan favorite update for you guys. I have a couple funny parent stories. The magic defense ring, that's such a good idea, Sis. Let's get rid of... Oh, I would like to have this. Steel protection. I mean, Ring of Blades were doing so much damage. Let's do the quartz ring too. Is this... I'm not fat rolling with this, no. I got a snake update from my mom. And before you get too excited, it isn't that exciting. But it's funny still. If you... It's funny because, like, the base story was funny. If you were not here the last time we talked about this, there was a snake that my mom was... A garden snake that my mom seems to think... It was like a little rat snake or something. My mom seems to think it's the same snake that has lived in our yard for, like, years. Like, 7 to 8 years. Now, this could be wishful thinking... but reptiles also live a long time, even little snakes like that. So it could be that same snake. It's not impossible that she's correct. But there's this little garden snake that lives underneath the stairs in our backyard. My mom who's having work done on our house to, like, seal up the area underneath the house, had a contractor guy who, was doing the work, and he saw a little snake down there. When telling her about it, he said the snake went, like, kind of, like, scampered back under the house. Slithered, I guess. Snakes don't scamper. Slithered back under the house while he was doing the work, and she was like, oh yeah, I know that snake. But, like, is he trapped under there now? Because you guys just sealed the house. And the guy was like, no, it's fine. Like, snakes get out of sealed houses like that. I'm sure he's okay. My mom was like, okay, is he though? So, where we last left off in this story, my mother was considering defacing her own property and freeing the snake by tearing a hole in the side of the house. So, very her thing to do, but it was like, when we were talking about it on stream, it was funny. So it's been like a couple weeks. I talked to her on the phone the other day. We were going to go see a movie, but then the movie I wanted to see was no longer playing in theaters. And we ended up not doing that. Which was, you know, sad, but whatever. Fuck. I gotta go kill... Here's what I gotta do. I'm gonna aggro this guy and then go kill the magic guy. But I still talked to her on the phone. And, when we were talking, I was like... I told her that I brought it up on the stream, which, like, she knows that I do this. I was like, I actually brought it up on stream and everybody thought it was funny, but I also am just interested in knowing what happened with that snake. And so basically she told me, like, when my dad got home, because she was gonna run the idea of destroying the house past my dad first. She was like, when my dad got home, he said the same thing about the snake. He was like, I'm sure it's fine in there. Also, I would appreciate it if you didn't destroy the house. So he was like, I'm sure it's okay. Like, that guy was right. Snakes can get out of little holes like that and stuff. And she was like, okay. But in the back of her mind, she was like, I don't know. She still wasn't sure. So, but she was like, well, he kind of talked some sense into me. I was like, I probably shouldn't punch a hole in the fucking house. But what she did say was there is a door that, like, these guys were coming back to fix this door a different day. Like, this was already something that was going to get fixed and hasn't yet still. There's this door, like, on the side of the house that kind of leads down to the under the house area. And she was like, well, it was storming, because it stormed here, like, within the last couple weeks. She was like, it was storming the other night, and that door blew open, and it was open for a couple days. And she was like, I bet if the snake, like, really wanted to get out, he would have just gone out the door. So basically she was like, I gave it my best shot. I left this area open for him if he wanted to escape. She was like, snakes can, like, taste the air or something. I'm sure he knows that if he really needed to get out, he'd be able to get out that way. And she was like, Dad says he doesn't even think it's the same snake, though I'm positive that it is. She's like, she is still in her mind convinced that that is her friend, the snake, her little neighbor. But basically, it's being pretty much right now operated on good faith that if he wanted to get out, we did what we could. And even if he's still in there, I'm sure he'll find some way out of the door. But so that's the end of the snake saga. At least for now. If we get an update on if he is seen again, which I definitely will be on Snake Watch, like, there will be no conversation with my mom and I that does not include this snake, like, going forward because of the content. But if he's seen again, I'm sure she will tell me, and I also, like, really want to know. She definitely said, she was like, I keep hoping I'll run into him out there, but I haven't seen him yet. But also she was like, I don't see him. It's not like I see him all the time. I see him every now and then. So he might have gotten spooked out, like, and just slithered somewhere else. But, here's to you, Snakey. I hope you're still rocking it out there. Eating little critters in the yard and being a little cutie. And those little rat snakes are cute, also. They're little cuties. And I like that story. In other fun comedic news, my dad asked AI what I should do for a job. Which is pretty cute, actually. Listen, I'm as big of an AI hater as anyone, but this was pretty cute. My dad last night sends I'll read it to you guys what he sent. He prompted, yeah, Zebra's dad got fooled by AI. My dad was prompting for me. He was asking some AI program called Perplexity. I don't know if that's a good one or one people use. Here's what my dad, perplexity'd for me. He typed in, what is an ideal job for a former Geico customer service agent with a degree in psychology who loves video games and cosplay? This is what my dad... This is what my dad put into the AI thing. Cosplay, not even something I really do, but I think he thinks I do more of that than I do because one of my exes used to do cosplay, and I did that with her. And also, I still go to conventions and stuff. And not incorrectly, he thinks that, like, when you go to conventions, you do cosplay. Which you do. I just don't. And I guess I did, like, when I was over at their house before I left for Japan, I did mention that I was doing, like, a costume. Because we did do costumes. So, like, it's not really what I do, but it's close enough, Dad. But, yeah, then he did some other ones. He did one about, like, a career test. He did one about orangutans, which I love. And, like, have been wanting to do like volunteer work with or something. So I got these last night, and I was like, what the fuck is this? But then after like reading like what he wrote this morning, I was like, thanks, Dad. Like I'll definitely have to Google some of these recommendations, or look at on Indeed or LinkedIn for some of this stuff. And maybe I will. It's not like I wasn't already looking, but it's just funny. Stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, man, you know what? It's funny. Oh, Jesus. What he should have fucking prompted for is how to not fucking take 4 billion damage at Dark Souls 2. Get out of my way, guy. If these things were in my mom's yard, I would say seal that shit up. Yeah, well, like, they know that I do online stuff because they, like we've told on the story on this channel before, I had to come out as a Let's Player. This is when I was in, like, college-ish. And so I showed them my videos and stuff. And so they, like, knew about that. And then they knew I went to conventions. They saw that I had done some cosplay. And they know, like, they know that I stream. Like, sometimes my mom will say, like, happy streaming if I talk to her on Friday or Sunday. Like, they know the days that I do it also. Now, part of that is I started doing it regularly, and, like, really regularly, like, every single week when I lived at home. So, like, they would know that I was up there doing a stream then. So, like, they just know that I do that. But I don't think they really know what streaming is. But they know enough. They don't know nothing. Anyway, funny parent. Those are the funny parent check-ins from this week. Maybe I'll have more when I bring the Baja Blast pie to family Thanksgiving. I don't think I'm going to. I do think I'm going to get it, though. I was talking to Pixel, and he was like, did you get the pie yet? And I was like, no. And I was like, I got to get it soon before, like, I wanted to give it a little time to, like, have come out so that I always get anxiety when, like, a fast food item comes out, and I'm, like, the first, it's like the first day it's out, and I go to the restaurant to ask for it, because I feel like half the time the place that is supposed to have the item, like, doesn't know what you're talking about. Like, I feel like it takes a couple days for, like, that to trickle down to every single Taco Bell in the country. I've gone to ones before, and they'll be like, what the fuck is that? Or it's, like, sold out because it's the first day. That shit, like, dies down eventually, unless you're, like, the Popeye sandwich. But I gotta get it before it goes away. I might do it tomorrow. Would that be so bad? We could talk about it on Sunday. We could review it. I'll probably have some left. I can't imagine I'll eat the whole thing in one day, if ever. Alright, have we ever been this far? Have we been on the other side of this? I think maybe once. What the fuck? Where are you going? Okay, we did once. How am I Estises doing? Safe on trade. Safe on Rouge. It could be funny to eat an entire pie. I know it's not supposed to be that big. Like, you know, walls down, shame shield deactivated. Could I probably eat the entire pie in one sitting? Definitely. Oh, we tried to go over there and we died. I remember now. But should one? And would I feel good if I did? No, I would have a tummy ache and I would feel terrible. I would feel like I'd let my family down. You don't want to be unemployed. You don't want to be an unemployed gamer with a psych degree who loves cosplay, who's eating the entire Taco Bell pie in his cold house where he doesn't even turn his heat on. Ah! I need to chug, but I don't know when. Chug! Oh, Jarouge. That was that fucking... That ring just came in cash money clutch. Woo! That ring was it, baby. Cash money clutch. Let's go the fuck over here and just escape from this. That was all the ring. God bless the ring. That's what I'm saying, baby. Fuck you. Okay, we have never been over here before. I'm gonna do a life gem. Yeah, so if you know, I don't know. We got here last week at like very close to the end of the stream, so I don't know if everybody got to see this area. I'm still sort of defending it a little bit, but I know Sizz was telling me this is definitely one of the least liked areas in the game. Also, there's another hippo over here. I deeply fear what will happen here. We definitely are going to have to fight him, I think. Jarouge, can you lock on? Oh, there we go. Jarouge! Jarouge! Okay. Just roll around him. None of my animations are going to be fast enough to, like, get out of the wake up on this guy. He has such wide range. Though, honestly, I do think that these guys de-aggro. Maybe we can just run in and grab the item and leave. They just have so like, even, again, this is not a axe. Like, the damage there for the axe, that was not, like, deficient there. The hippo is just way too strong. He has way too much defense. Oh, these guys have despawned now. I think Jarouge could use a bow. Well, we have the flame. I don't know if I'm ready for bows yet, Sizz. I think they might be cringe. I guess, like, the benefit of bows is you just have the ammo to use your attacks. No. I'll tell you what I think Jarouge could use. I think that Jarouge could, personally, I think that Jarouge could just run through this shit. And I'm gonna try it this time. Ready? Let's top off our rouge. You guys, I am getting so close to being done with Hollow Knight Silksong. I think I really just have the final boss area to go. Oh, we already went over there, right? Eventually, I'm going to be out of range of some of these guys. I promise. Wait, that's still the wrong... That's still not where we're going. We're not there yet. I have currently 93% completion on the game's in-game completion percentage thing. Which is not even all of the things that are in the game. Almost. That was almost good. I think we let him catch up when we were running around the wrong way. What I want to do here is open that door, get in there, and then feed those crawly guys in. Fuck, we're behind. All right, we gotta tighten up. We've been telling funny stories, but we haven't been pressing funny button that makes funny noise. I've been doing this thing in the game, getting these things in the game that are called mementos. Don't pop off from the fans. Not mementos. Isaac, don't pop off. Oops, wrong button. And basically the mementos are like these really specific challenges that you can do that are kind of hidden, so I've been looking them up. But these very specific challenges. Alright, I got it this time. I've got it. I got it back. And I have almost all of those. One of them, not to like give too much of a spoiler, because again, this doesn't go towards your completion percentage, but one of them requires that you finish the Hunter's Journal, which is the bestiary of the game, which means you have to encounter every monster. And I'm very close on that. I think I'm within like 10 monsters left before I'm done with that. But at the same time, I also kind of can't believe there's that many enemies left in the game I haven't seen. So it's one of those just like kind of crazy things. Did you see him pop that heel? Did you see him pop those heelies? But we're definitely getting close. Alright, let me just get on the other side of this thing. Thumbs up and one heelies. And then I think it'll be good to be done with that. I'm still playing ZA also, but I haven't played it in a little bit. But mostly because I need to make a new outfit. And that's a task. When you get on Pokemon Legends ZA to make a new outfit, for me that's like an event. Because I like to make the outfit and then like wear it like for the arc. Now that I'm at the part in the game where I'm really kind of doing battle with like the character of the week. I'm gonna go over here because this guy despawned. Where like at this point I'm like I kind of know who I'm gonna be facing next. Then I'll like make my outfit to kind of be like what I want to look like for that battle or that part of the game, which I think is fun. But I'll get back to that soon. Again, I didn't play a lot of any game just due to AP this week. For like the first half of the week, I was really just working on that. Now I'm back into it. But I'm so close to the end of Silk Song that I'm like, I just gotta go for it at this point. That was so much smoother. We're definitely doing that again. That was way better. Fuck you. I think there's a guy around back here, but I can't imagine it's like too big a deal. Fuck you! Oh, he's coming back though. But I like that game and I'm still liking it. Speaking of Pokemon stuff, cool segue for you guys. Just show you how the master does it. There was a new trailer. There's a lot of gaming news this week, weirdly. There was a new trailer for Pokemon Pokopia, which is the Dragon Quest Builders-like spin-off Pokemon game. It's not dead. I'm dead. When that game was shown, I remember we talked about it on, there was whatever Nintendo Direct that was. We talked about it on Donkey Kong. I specifically remember we were talking about Pokopia on that watermelon level. The, like, beach layer. So that Nintendo Direct, whichever one that was. I remember really expressing interest in that game, like thinking it's such a great concept and thinking it was very cute. Dragon Quest Builders / Animal Crossing, like games like that are certainly not like my forte genre. They don't appeal to me super hard. I think my favorite game franchise or series like that is Harvest Moon. And I haven't played a Harvest Moon, if you don't count Stardew Valley, in like decades. And if you do count Stardew Valley, since the beginning of us like coming back to do this. It was the first game we played on stream after the return. But like the fact, again, just like the concept and just everything about it, I think looks so cute and inviting. That I was really excited for Pokopia. I really wanted it to be good. And I think that the trailer they put up has only strengthened my faith in the quality of the game, at least. I think it looks very good. They showed some new characters this time. My favorite of which is Professor Tangrowth. I really like Tangrowth. I'm sure we talked about him on when we did the ranking stream for Gen 4, but even that was like years and years ago now. But Tangrowth is like one of my weird guys. I really like Tangela, so like, and I've definitely like grown to like Tangela more in the last couple years because of Pixel. but I just think Tangrowth is funky, and he's kind of got like Sasquatch vibes. And I like it when he says it's the freaking weaking baby. Get it? Whatever, man. We got a singer's dress and something. And I never have to come over here again. I think I'm improving at this area. It might not look like it, but I think I'm improving. Life ring +2. Yeah, it sounds self-explanatory, but let's look at it. It's probably one of these ones. It's this. This just raises your max HP. I feel like my max HP is good, though, so I don't think we need that more than what we've got. And we got a dress. Oh, Girouge. We simply must try that on. I'm gonna conk out. You guys, should we do one stream as Femme Girouge? Oh, he's ravishing. Girouge! That dress is wearing you, buddy. I don't know what's going on there. Where's my red armor? Falconer armor. My Falconer armor. A Fargon Muse. Oh, high magic resistance, though. Should we run through here in a dress? I'm doing it. We're gonna do one dress run. Okay, so anyway, this is happening now. What's up, sis? Read it again. Fargon Muse. Whoops. Girouge, don't be naked. These enchanting singers were given song by the great dead one. Have little concept of self. Okay. Is that important? Look at that bust line. Remember last week we were talking about that corset cleavage? Oh, is it Nito, the Grave Lord? That'd be cool. But like, this is him? He's about this? The dresses of Lord Nito? Oh man, look at how swift I am now, though. I'm gaunt and I'm lovely. Look at my swiftness, Girouge. Yeah, he could. Maybe he was fat. I mean, like, he has like a big cape, doesn't he? I mean, is it made out of skeletons? Sort of, but it doesn't mean it didn't eat. It's an aesthetic. This is my one time. This will be hard, though. Ow! Both die. Both of you get to die. Okay, but Pokopia, I got distracted talking about Tangrowth. The Professor Tangrowth is adorable. I really like him. I love the Mosslax, which is like a Snorlax. He's like a mossy... He looks like he's supposed to be like stone, kind of. But I think he's just a Snorlax covered in moss. He's just funky. He's awesome. They showed a little, like, pale Pikachu whose name is Pikachu. Cute, huh? A lot of people are interested in what is up with him. I think it might just be a little guy. Because it seems like they've just kind of been giving, like, sort of making Pokemon more into characters in this game. And doing that by giving them a little, like, personality. And obviously changing their appearance. Yeah, like, I think that it would be weird if they put these into the game. I don't think that they will be that. This seems much more like a story-based thing. That said, I think that Mosslax would genuinely be cool in the game. I don't know how good he would be. If he was grass normal, he would not be that good, but he could be kind of cute. But, like, they're definitely not putting Professor Tangrowth into the competitive, and I don't think they're putting any of them into it. I think they look different because they're characters in the game. But anyway, they showed Pikachu, who's sort of, it seems like maybe sort of is going to be, like, kind of the, like, tug at your heartstrings storyline, I think, of the game. That's sort of the vibe that I got. Like, it's going to kind of be the emotional core, maybe, of the story. I know Kingo said his theory is that it's Mew, which I don't think is out of the question, considering that Mew and Ditto have, like, sort of a relationship. Or, you know, like, kind of, like, not really a relationship, but they sort of have, like, an implied connection, I've always thought. I think maybe there's, like, a little lore about that. I could see it being Mew, like another Pokemon that can, like, transform and change its, like, genetics and stuff. Then they also showed this Smeargle artist, who's very funny. I don't remember what his name is, but he's cute. And otherwise, the game just looks cute, you guys. I think it looks really good. Some of the other stuff they showed is they showed some of the customization, including you can make your character, your little Ditto character, look like some of the other Pokemon characters. Specifically, the one they showed off was Misty, which I caught right away because the Ditto was doing Misty's iconic pose. If you're not a Gen 1er and you don't know Misty's iconic pose, maybe you didn't recognize it right away, but I did. Where she has, like, her two hands, like, up in front of her body, or, like, one of them above her head and then one of them down by her waist. And they also showed, there was a bunch of remixes, again, also very Gen 1 core. There are Pokemon in this game that are not from Gen 1 or Kanto. There are some new Pokemon in it. So I imagine there will also be some remixes of songs that are not from Gen 1 also. But I also have seen a lot of people saying that they think that this is like soft post-apocalyptic Kanto. Which I also think would be cool. No! 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 We're getting better. We're forging our way. But I don't know if I necessarily think it'll be that. It definitely seems like, you know, there was once civilization wherever it is that you are, so it could be something like that, where it's way in the future. But I still think it could end with Ditto, like, meeting his trainer again, or its trainer, their trainer again. Oh, Jarouge. He's really wearing this now that he's pale versus gaunt. You can see his supple torso, his supple neckline, Jarouge. But the remixes were great. I know I caught I think I caught the Route 1 theme. I think there was another Route theme. And then I caught the SS Anne song, and I think the Viridian City song was also in it. Maybe I'm misremembering. I only watched the trailer like once. But there were some cool remixes. They were all very kind of like cozy core remixes of the songs. And otherwise, I just think the game looks fun. They showed that you can play with your friends and stuff too. So I don't see why you wouldn't be able to, but that's neat. Nice. Good rouge. Good rouge, Jarouge. Hell yeah. That's where you fall in and you die over there. Instead of the normal Rotom phone, it looked like you have a very anime-inspired Pokedex. Well, I think that you pick your Pokedex up from the, like... I think in the first trailer they showed Ditto, like, finding a picture of its trainer and, like, looking at it and being like... and then transforming. And I think the Pokedex belonged to them also. So again, if they're kind of going very Kanto with it, then that's probably where the Pokedex design also comes from. Tabby, Bobby, Hooby, Tooby. I don't know what any of that means. Trying to cast a magic spell on Bro, and he just runs up and kills you with an axe because he doesn't understand the spell. Magic doesn't work on you if you don't understand it, American. Uh-oh. What the fuck was that? Did you see that? What happened to them? I love doing like, fuck you, fuck you. Just slam, slam, slam. Well, what if? Well, you can choose. I choose to believe in healing magic, so only, but the kind that works on me. These guys are standing over here, so I can't imagine that this is the no-walk zone. I can't imagine this is either. This alluring skull. I don't want to take damage and then die if I try to plunge. Oh, get plunged. Yo, look, we did it. But I think that looks good. But again, the gaming news did not stop, you guys. I'm saving the juiciest for last, for me personally. Oh my god, there's this fog door. There's also items over there. I'm gonna pop out a torch. We're gonna be here all night. Though, honestly, that run that we just did was pretty clean. I think I'm getting better. Do we agree? Thoughts? Right, I can go here. This reminds me of Banjo-Kazooie, and I don't know why. Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, you guys hear that? Did you get that was me doing Nick Offerman saying Banjo-Kazooie? One of my vocal stems, my verbal tics after seeing this interview about The Walking Dead where Nick Offerman talks about how he loves Banjo-Kazooie. He's just going Banjo-Kazooie. All right, ready? We're going in. I got this. I'm wearing a dress. I've got 2 axes. I'm gone. Oh, hello. I always forget. Are you Nisa or are you Haba? Oh, we heard this singing on the way down here also. I forgot that it went away. Maybe it went away because we got further away from the like songstress maidens or whatever. You guys are putting out stink. I think that's probably what it was. I'm getting better. I'm getting better with these. Alright, we got a summon we can do. Oh, thank God. Well, now I want there to be a boss. Thank the Lork. I'm wearing this dress today. Until we get out of this area, I'm wearing this dress today. Charouge. It was the 60s. They were very progressive back then in some ways. By their standards. Twin axe and a dress day. That's what I'm saying. You leave the band and you start doing whatever you want. Alright, now I want to lure this little guy out and get caught in the fart cloud. What we could do. I also put this lingering flame on because I remembered that it was good in the previous attempt on Royal Rat Authority. And it was good. I used it to the same effect and I killed all of the little rats that were in the way. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I wonder if this is a corrosive. I don't want my nice dress to break. There's the opportunity. There's an opportunity to be. I'm sitting. I'm not. Fuck that. Let those guys come back. What I should do is we'll just put different pyromancies on. I was just gonna say this. I put this lingering flame one on because it like clear. If you can get those. Oh, it broke forever. We can fix it though, right? It did. We'll just go to the seamstress. And I think she will love this dress. I think she will love this. You know who will absolutely love this? You know who will eat this dress up is Fiora. Hi, Fiora. Let's take a picture with us. We definitely have to do like a Femme Jarouge day one of these days too. Now that we know we can do it. That would be funny. Maybe we'll do that for, like, maybe one of the DLC campaigns will play as female Jarouge. Hello, can you fix my dress? Hold on. 175? What a bargain!
I'll be around.
Listen, it boosts my magic defense. Where am I going? Roy's resting place. Well, wakey, Roy. Anyway, okay, so there was more news other than Pokopia. I do think Pokopia is the thing I'm the most positive on, with the caveat that it was announced that Pokopia is only being released on Switch 2 game card. Which I don't think, like, it definitely does not, like, hinder my life, particularly. I'll just buy the game digital. But it is disheartening because I think Nintendo, somewhere, I guess, people were saying this. Nintendo sort of guaranteed that they would not do virtual game card only games for like their first party published ones. And I saw some people kind of coping that, like, because I think in Japan, Pokemon Company International is publishing this game. I don't know why that is, but some people were saying that. They were like, well, that means it's not first-party Nintendo, so that's probably why. But what, you want to know what I think, you guys? I think they just don't want to save. They just want to save the money of putting the game on the fucking card. I think that they know it'll sell like a couple mil copies at least. And they just don't want to put the game on the card. The game key card basically means that even if you buy a copy of the game in the box, which still comes with the box and comes with the cartridge, you have to download the game still. The game is not on the cartridge. The cartridge is your game key to be able to play the game. Sure, there are definitely games, you know, bigger games, larger file size games, shit like that, that already do this. And again, a bunch of people were sort of concerned when they found that Nintendo was going to do this, especially because they tried to spin it as a feature. As I recall, it seemed like when Nintendo rolled out the virtual game card thing, they were like, and look at this new cool thing you can do. The game's no longer on the cartridge, even if you buy the physical box. I don't know. I think like a lot of people are like really pissed about it. And I think it's sort of just kind of part of the coming trends. But like, do I love it? No. But am I going to just buy the game digital? Yes, absolutely. I'm not buying it physical if it's not actually on the cartridge. I do have some physical Switch games already. Or Switch 2 games. I think I'm the only person in the world who bought Pokemon Legends ZA Nintendo Switch 2 edition in the box. I think it was more money. I think it was more expensive, like $10 more or something, or maybe not. I don't know. I don't remember how that works. But I know Pixel, for instance, bought the game, the Switch 1 version, and then he downloaded the upgrade or whatever. But I was like, I kind of just want a Switch 2 game in the box. Like, I don't know. I like how the spine has the art on it now. It's like a little more colorful. I don't know. Whatever. It's my new system, and I want boxes for it to take up space. I want to complain about all the space that my game boxes are taking up even more. But anyway, you know, I probably would have bought it physical otherwise, but I definitely won't now. But it also, like, doesn't ruin my life that it's like that. Again, there are a lot of games already like that where the game is not on the cart. It's just that, again, like, there's not a reason for Pokopia not being on the cart, other than, again, I think, just to save a little extra money. I wouldn't be surprised if Gen 10 is also a game key card. But I hope it's not. I'm not saying I think it absolutely will be, but turned out that it was. I would be like, yeah, well, whatever, you know. Though I guess that would be pretty bad. But, you know, with the box, you can still, like, you could still trade it in. Like, you can still do that and everything. It's not like a DRM nightmare kind of situation, but it's not great. But anyway, that's Pokopia. Jarouge. It's those weird directionals that are messing me up here. We gotta just kill this guy. I'm worried that one of these is gonna drop off into the shit water, though. I don't want either of those dudes either. I do want their items, but... Dead. No, I don't want a spirit. Spirit! Whoa. Chew a little this. A little big league chew. Alright, bring it on, guy. Bet you've never seen a man with 2 axes and a dress before. Peculiar Kindalure. Maybe you have if you're Kindalure. I don't know what that... I don't know. Fuck, ow. He's a wizard! Ah! Oh, he's got great soul arrow. No. Oh my god, he has so much defense. That did like big stag though. Alright, this is my boss, I guess. Maybe I can get him to fall off. Oh, maybe I can get him to fall off. Yes! Jarouge! 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 Yeah, just get chest deep in this sludge water. I love when you see like a gamer opportunity like that, you just go for it. Just really get that water right down the neckline of your beautiful dress. Just get it all over your skin. We're getting big souls here, too. Sonic! Why do we say Sonic? Oh my god, there was a state of play also. No, there's way too much game news. There's too much. What happened this week? Why did we decide it was like mini news week? There was a state of play also. Sonic. Oh, I see. Snack a Caliburn. There was a Japan state of play. This is the first time they've done something like this. Sony Japan specific state of play. I thought it was pretty bad. I went into it, I guess, with sort of decently high hopes that there'd be something I'd be interested in at it. Homing Crystal Soul Mass. I wonder if that's the exact move that guy was doing. That looked like, I would call that, I wouldn't be surprised if that spell was called, like, Great Soul Arrow. Because I know the Soul Arrow is, like, the kind of main, like, projectile sorcery. I think that's what those other guys are doing. And it just looked like the big version of that. Anyway, there was that. Crystal Soul Spear. Okay. Was it Iron Reaver Soul Stealer? Inuyasha's attack? Jesus Christ. Just say your thing. Where are these guys? The singing stopped? Are you... Oh? No, the singing's still going. Why did the glowing stop? I just figured it would be a big group of those guys. That's weird. All right, in that case, I know we only had this for like 1 second, but I have a bunch of these items. I'm gonna pop another torch. I want to figure out how you get to that over there. And I'm sure there's a way. Yeah, I kind of had decently high hopes that we might see like an RPG or something that I was sort of interested in at the Japan State of Play. But there really wasn't. It was pretty disappointing, I thought. Like, there were a couple cute things shown, but most of it was like DLC for a game I don't have and won't get. They showed that like Knights and and some of the Tangle and Whisper from the Sonic comics are coming to Sonic Cross Worlds. But at right now where I'm at, I don't plan on picking that game up. Was there something else like that? I feel like the most exciting things to me were just these like random little like, you know, fart is coming to shit kind of announcements. And I don't know, that's not enough to carry a show, I think. Yeah, they did not show RE9 slop, but I would think that the RE9 slop, they would, like, obviously Resident Evil is a Japanese series and decently popular there, but it's definitely not like a mega series for Japan. I think it does better international than it does there. And I would expect to see that more at a non-Japan focused Sony Direct. But they could have shown it. Yeah, there were some JRPGs, but nothing I'm like currently super excited about, and nothing big name really. So I thought that was sort of disappointing. Oh, what beautiful crumbled atmosphere. How did I get over here? There were more items. It was the item I got over there. Was I seeing that from the other side of that? Is that where I went in? I think it is, because that's the blue stuff. I'm going to go ahead and bet that... Oh, we also didn't even go through here. I think that that's the way to go. So let's go through this little tunnel. Maybe I can find a shortcut. Right? I didn't do this, did I? Oh, that's just that tunnel. Okay. This is how we came in. Okay, so wait, where was the item then? Was it over here? Okay, that must have been the item that I saw. Okay, I think we're good. Whoops. I thought, for some reason I was thinking we came in somewhere over there. But all that's over there is water, so I don't know why I thought that. What else was there this week? They showed a trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. A film I am not particularly invested in. I wonder if one of the nice she's is in here. I'm your ally. I'm wearing a dress. It's okay. Oh. I like her more than I liked the other one. Not to, you know, not to compare them, but she looks cool. Oh, no. She's probably fine. She's probably gonna kill me the minute I walk through the fog door down here. Husinga? If it wasn't she, then... If it wasn't she, then thee. Do I want to... do this now when I've got 16,000... Ew, Sharouge, get a fucking... Sharouge, who did the neckline? Ugh! Who cut his hair? We need to, like, edge you up a little bit, buddy. You need to get edged, Sharouge. What the fuck is going on back here? This is atrocious to look at. It's, like, splotchy. Ugh. You know what? I'm going back. I'm gonna level up. I think I'm gonna put it on Vitality again, or whatever it is, Endurance. Whichever one is the equip load one. Just because to get this dual wield working, I I had to take my glove armor off. And I'd like eventually to be able to put that back on. It doesn't contribute a ton to us, but it's something. We just got a bunch of consumable souls. We'll pop more of those for some level ups. The Mario movie. I wasn't as much of a hater of the trailer as I know. Like, I know Odin and Bobo like hated the trailer for the new Mario movie. I don't think I felt any particularly strong feelings towards it. But I think Sis was saying this, and I sort of agree, or maybe Zebra also was. Unless we're like in a big group or something, like we were when we saw the first Mario movie, when this happens to come out, I don't know if I'll end up seeing it. I was saying this at Zebra's stream, but the trailer like really is just kind of like your just boilerplate movie trailer. It opens with like the world's most predictable comedy scene. I know, like, specifically, I know some people really don't like that Mario says it's trash. Which, like, I mean, it's pretty, like, it doesn't really feel like something Mario the character would say, but I think it's sort of fine for Mario in the movie to say it, just because, like, he's talking to Bowser. Bowser, who's the bad guy. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's ruining Mario's character to have him say that. But like at the same time, I'm like, you know, it's I'm not dying laughing over it or really laughing at all. That scene went on for like a really long time for just like what again to me feels like Teen Titans Go jokes. Because the writers of this movie are the writers for Teen Titans Go. And that's what the comedy feels like, I think. Then they showed, like, I think the most interesting part of the movie probably was... Alright, but it didn't break. I think the most interesting part of the movie was sort of the, like, quick cut part where they showed, like... I think they showed Mario and Luigi, like, biking around in the desert, which then I think later is revealed to be Tostarena from Mario Odyssey. And they also, I think just today, released another movie poster for the movie, where it's Mario and Luigi in their, like, kind of, like, desert, like, Mad Max-ish desert gear, and they're with those little, cute little, like, Dia de los Muertos skull guys who are in that world in that game, and I like those guys. I think they're cute, and I think that's, like, a... You know, I know it's the Mario Galaxy movie, but... I think it's fine to put some of that stuff in. They showed Bowser Jr. in his... We were just talking about this, too. Bowser Jr. in If You Can Remember the Game at All, which Zebra could not. Bowser Jr., who is in his Mario Wonder design. He's Wonder Bowser Jr. in the movie, which is that sort of, like, weird neon design that he has. That was in Mario Wonder, when you do the Bowser Jr. boss fights. One of my least favorite parts of that game because he's the only boss. one of the low points of that game to me, which is a game I otherwise really liked. You fight Bowser Jr. a lot, and he looks like that. The Koopaling should have been in that game. I don't care the people that like think they're played. They're better than that. Well, this wasn't too bad. That was definitely worth doing. And then they showed Rosalina at the end. They also revealed Bowser Jr.'s actor, who I definitely have seen. I recognize that actor from something, but I can't quite place it. But I know his face. And then Brie Larson got revealed to be Rosalina, and I like Brie Larson. I know some people were like complaining about that. And I think it's just like the same kind of complaining that they did when the original cast got revealed, and it's, you know, it's not different, it's the same. But I like Brie Larson. Apparently she's a huge Nintendo fan too, so And seems like a real Nintendo fan, unlike Chris Pratt, who said a slur about arcades to prove that you could hang. And Rosalina did like an action scene, which again, I just truly am extremely uninvested in. They showed Mega Leg, which was kind of cool, because he is, you know, that's sort of an iconic boss from Mario Galaxy, and it makes sense for that to be there, but I don't care about, like, girl boss Rosalina jumping around and doing flips and, like, shooting her little, like, it's, like, I could see where you would, like, if I was in the movie theater with the boys and that happened, I would pog and I would say rah. But I, like, truly as an adult, I don't care about the humor, and I don't care about the action, and I don't think I really care about this movie at all, and I'm probably not going to see it. I don't really like... I can't think of, like, a time... God, Sharouge is filling this shit out. I really can't think of, like, a game movie where I'm, like, really excited to, like, see a thing. Like, just, like, recognition... again, it was fun when we all saw it together, but just like the, like, you know, the monkey brain see something you know and point, doesn't do very much for me. But again, that is the only thing in those movies. That's probably what like, really the main critique I have is that the monkey brain see, reference, and point is the best part of the first Mario movie. And it just isn't something that, like, super appeals to me, really. But it's better than it could have been, I guess. I'm sure it'll be fine. Alright, let's bang this out. Demon of Song. Oh. She's radiant. Oh, I'm obsessed with her. Says, did you know? Woo! And look, now she's Shia? Oh, wait, no! I don't want to fight. Oh, demon. She looks nice. Oh, wait, this is a cool design, too. Oh, I love her. Oh, Sharouge! Did I miss one? I don't think so. We're still pale. That means we haven't died in a while. We did that whole part without dying, I guess. Anyway, I don't know. Whatever. That's the Mario movie. If you're excited about it, awesome. I hope you enjoy it. Maybe I'll see it. If someone wanted to go with me, I would. There's even more news, though. There's so much news. Thanks. If Sis wanted to go with me and Sis was willing to come down here, I would. I'll meet up with Sis halfway to do a One Piece movie. I don't think I'm doing it for the Mario one. Sorry, Sis. Next time there's a One Piece film that comes out, though, we should assemble the gang and go see it. We should do it in Boston. Zebra. Is your couch open? I guess if you came down here, yeah, you could play banjo. Zebra, can I sleep on the couch? Yeah, JJK Shinjuku Showdown, the movie, done. Done. The first JJK movie that's not like a recut of the anime. Easy. Easy, I'll go. And you know eventually one's gonna come out. You guys, the Chainsaw movie is out. I realized it is still like playing at my the theater, like my theater that I always go to. They're doing like, it's like one show at around noon, like for the rest of the weekend. I might go see it and then go get a Baja Blast pie tomorrow. As long as I also like do some job work and go to the gym. I think that's the only thing that would that's the only thing that would make me feel okay with doing those activities. I know Will really liked it. Will saw the Chainsaw Man movie. Not news. Again, there is more stuff to talk about, but I don't want to like ramble obnoxiously through this boss fight, especially because we instantly died. So I'm gonna focus on this, and then we got a whole stream to go. I'm assuming there's no part of this boss arena that I can fall in. She's like a frog with an extra set of arms in her mouth and an extra head. Sis, did you think I would love this? When you thought about like what bosses Snack would instantly fall in love with for no reason, did you know this would be one? This is my favorite monster design in the game so far, easily. I'm not convinced any part of her is frog. I think she may just be a decrepit old creature inside a gross frog curse. It looks like there's more in her that's not arms and head even. Like if she had a gross little second pair of legs in there, I wouldn't even be like surprised. The little foreskin frog mouth I'm obsessed with. This doesn't seem too bad. It seems like if I got unlucky and I got sort of caught up in an attack, it would be. But again, I don't know exactly the difference in damage between this dual-wielding axes and the gut sword, but they feel comparable at least. Especially if I can get a move off. These are obviously much shorter range, but they feel, No, 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 not insta-death. Please don't insta-kill. Thank you. I love you. But the animation feels a little faster than the big commit of the swing. I'm definitely used to that at this point, so it's not so bad. But woo! Thank God. Oh, the weird box on that totally worked in my favor. I was not ready for that first volley of water to shoot out. Let me get in. This is the perfect animation here. I think I've got her here. Uh-oh. Charouche. Just a little more. One more hit. Woo! Uh-oh, Charouche. All right, don't get... Let's not be too hasty. Charouche in a dress is pasty. Bop. Demon of Song Soul. Demon of Song Soul. Oh, Demon of Song Soul. Demon Song of Soul. Demon Crow and Good Time. Seaman of Dong. It's pretty funny. I'm gonna give... I'm sorry. I loved you. I didn't want you to die like that. This is a cute arena, too. I loved that boss. Is that one not popular? That boss was cool. One, Shisinga, and two, I just think that was a cool design. Alright, hell yeah. Not only did I beat a boss off screen, now we're good. Let's go. Very I don't know if I would describe it as majestic, but I also don't think many would describe it as cute. And, you know. Right now it's Rom, those weird eyeball suction cup, like funnel monsters down in Izalith, and the Demon of Song. Those are my cutie boys. That's my cutie boy lineup. And then some of the monsters that like actually are cute, but that doesn't count. Alright. What do we want to put this on now? Adaptability, I feel like I haven't leveled in a while. Endurance could be good too. Let's do a little end. It's only like one. Now, we're at the point in Dark Souls where, like, I feel like some of your stats just start to fucking fall off when it comes to, like, how much they're worth. Like, 1 stamina is how much more stamina, really? This is 20 more health. Endurance gives me 1 more stamina. And that is something that happens eventually, right? I just think, like, with these big, heavy weapons we're swinging around all the time, it could be good to put one on that. I'm doing it. Why not? And then I think I am going to pop a Consumi. Pop a Consumi Yoshizawa. Do I even have enough? And when she was Carmen Sandiego. And we used to go, where in the world? Let's go back very briefly and farm up. How much more did I need? Like 2,000 souls, close-ish. Because she looked like Carmen Sandiego in that one part. She had like a red coat and like red sunglasses. Anyway, there was more news, guys. There was more things in the gamer world. Valve announced their Steam machine, which if you're not really, like, if you don't follow this stuff that closely, which I even really don't, but I was aware of this at least. This was like, I feel like it was like almost 10-ish years ago. Before the Steam Deck, Valve tried to do a, like, sort of like a more, kind of like a ape console, called the Steam Machine. They made a box you could put, like, you know, basically a little PC in a box you could put in your living room and hook up to your TV and play your Steam games, sort of like a console. From what I understand, I think they even, like, discontinued it. Like, I think production stopped on that thing. I don't know how long into it being, like, into it existing that was. I remembered when it came out, and then I remember, like, it going away after a certain point. Maybe you could still get them. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But I think they just, like, it just wasn't popular. Or I guess, yeah, but did they partner with another company? They had the design and other companies would make it. It was sort of a cool idea, but it just didn't really pick up. But what I think must be the case is the Steam Deck was a hit, and did catch on, you know, well enough for, like, a handheld in the current market. And I think that they had the Index come out too, so I guess they, like, you know, they started kind of getting more into VR also. And now they're sort of launching again with a new Steam machine and a new headset. That is not the Index, but Valve did make the Index, right? Wasn't that also a Valve? But this is like Steam VR or something. It's the same thing but a different name, and it looks like the headset is nicer. So they're sort of like relaunching some of that stuff. And a lot of people have been calling this box the Gabe Cube, which I think is, I think is delightful. Because if you've seen pictures of it, it is a little box. It also looks like the front panel on the box you can take off, and it's like it has a little LED in it or something. I didn't look too much into that, but it looks like the little front of the box is kind of customizable, which is cute. And also, it's just cute. It really is like a little cube computer kind of thing. I like it. I'm a fan. I know I watched the Digital Foundry on it, which is sort of where I, like, when there's stuff, like, because I don't know that much about technical stuff, but I do like to hear about it. I like to, like, you know, I like to learn about it and learn what I do know. Or, you know, like, you know, understand what I will understand. And I watched Digital Foundry's coverage on it because they got to do a first-hand look on the console. And I know Oliver was saying that it is maybe a little questionable on the power side. Like, some of the specs are a little underpowered. But I would hope if that's the case, then it means they're trying to kind of sell it at a more competitive price point than, like, the PS5 Pro, for instance. Or something like that. And I think if that's the case, then, like, you know, could be interesting. Like, if I had infinite money and people who would just go buy me things, I think it could be fun to pick up. But I probably won't get it, but it's an interesting idea for sure. And I have a lot of games on Steam that I think, you know, I'm fine to, like, I have a computer that can definitely, like, is definitely better than my old computer now. That I could totally sit and play games at. But for me personally, and I think this is who this device is for, I like to sit at my TV and play games. And even though, like, of course you can hook your computer up to your TV, I don't want to. It's my space is not suited to that. I don't want to do that shit. I don't have a laptop. I don't want to. Yeah, they came out with a new controller too. Looks better than the old one. It looks like the Steam Deck turned into a controller from what I've seen. I know it has the little square trackpads. Apparently it was pretty nice. But, so that's cool, you know. It looks like a neat little thing. Again, if it's like the Steam Deck runs some of those Steam games decently, even newer games, like AAA games. So I don't see why the Steam machine wouldn't be able to, considering it's definitely more powerful than the Steam Deck. And it seems like Valve kind of has an idea of what they're doing at this point with this kind of stuff. Considering, again, like, a lot of people really like that product, so, you know. I just like to know what's going on. I probably won't get it, but if I decided I really wanted a way to do that, then it's there, and that's cool. Yeah, I can play them. If I could play fucking... I don't even know. Like, I know that there's some games you kind of have to mess with to get to work on Steam Deck. And I'm sure the same will be, at least to some degree, sort of true for this. But if I can play my... this is the copious reason to want this. But if I can play my bad Steam port of Tales of Symphonia on my OLED... that's kind of cool. Is there a bad console port of Tales of Symphonia? Yeah. But I don't own that. I own it on Steam. It's like... would I drop a couple $100 at least on a box to do that? Probably not, but... So, I don't know. I think it's neat. I think the box is very charming, though. I like the little... It just looks like a little tiny little item. It looks like a little artifact. It's like if the Xbox Series X had a baby. That's how I would describe it. I know a lot of people don't like the Series X design. I kind of do like it, though. But it's definitely, like, obtrusive. It's sort of like if the Series X had a little baby. What the fuck is this? Oh, you guys. You guys are weak. But if you see a path of stones out into the depths, one must follow it. Jarouche! Jarouche! Sorry. Jarouche! Oh, this is a chest. Even when you're wearing a dress and you have 2 axes instead of a sword, always check for mimics. What the... Why are you back? Oh, I wonder if the Demon of Song was mimicking... Oh, hello. You look like an NPC. Maybe? Maybe you're not. There's a bonfire there. I don't think I have a fragrant branch. Story of my goddamn life. I wonder if the song demon was imitating an actual singer. And we're gonna, like, find out who that is now. Speaking of, let's read the deets. Soul of the Demon of Song at the Shrine of Amana. Do you think he looks better in it gaunt? I almost kind of do. When this demon developed a taste for human flesh, it was contained within the Shrine of Amana. But the line of priestesses who looked after the shrine and appeased the creature have died off. Alright. I wonder if the ladies were the priestesses. What's the lore, Sis? Oh, I guess I do have a... no, I think you're just dead. You're just an undead. Are you? Yes. Yep. Just a hollowed, like always. Hell yeah. We're forging through it now. And I'm gonna see what's up here. This looks like a place where an NPC would be. Oh, there's a door up here, but there's also a door down there. Which door do we go into? I'm gonna open this one. This one, how could this go anywhere? It doesn't even look like it goes anywhere. Ew, ew, ew. Ew, yuck! Ew! Well, because this is behind a fragrant branch of yore, I can't imagine this would be, like, where you're supposed to go on your quest. Pyromancers, we are in the swamp. Listen, I know, Rosabeth, I'm a homie. What did you use? Scarecrow's gas? What the fuck was that sound? Did you hear it? It was like... Stop it, Billy! No, oh! Oh, he's got, like, stats. Hold on, dude. Wait. I like pyromancers. What's the name of the pyromancer in Dark Souls 1? I don't know why I like them. They're just cool, like, swamp mages. Nice. There's some damage. Laurentius. Is he the one who sells you the spells? Does he comes to the shrine, right? Yeah, that sounds right, Sis. He's the homie. Laurentius, and then there's the guy from the dragon school. He was in a barrel. He is down in the swamp, though, right? I know the guy from the dragon school also comes to the shrine. He's a sorcerer, though. Oh. Oh, is this a covenant? Can I pray over here? This looks... Oh, she! Oh, it's she!
Who are you?
Sharouge.
And what do you want from us? Milfinito. That is
Oh, wait, we already met Milfinito. Are you the same Milfinito, or are you, like, Legion?
Do you mean our name?
Oh, no, there's Legion of
We know
Singashis.
nothing of the outside world.
Are you wearing my dress? No. Because it really looks... No. Sharouge.
We sing eternally for those who bear death and dark within themselves. We have been here forever. We know nothing of the outside world, and we do not need to.
Sharouge walking into this shrine, like, dripping with blood, and the blood of other humans' guts and swamp water just... And seeing Milfinito and going, one of us is going to have to change.
The little ones were born from the great dead one,
Oh, the great dead one again.
and the great dead one taught us songs.
Oh, wonder.
We have sung ever since to comfort those bound.
Gaunt as the day is long.
This is what we were taught.
This is interesting.
You silenced that cursed singing.
Sorry.
Please accept these.
Oh, that was good. Oh, you're welcome then. I can wear the dress then, no problem, right? A divine blessing. What does this do? This is like heals you for good. It's this, right? Yeah. That thing we've never used. Those are like my elixirs that I'm just never gonna tap into for some reason.
Do you seek comfort too?
I mean, I could take a nap.
Take this at the
You have
very
more for me?
least. This is
Oh.
all that we can do.
I think this is what the other lady gave us too, maybe.
The little ones and the great. We have.
Who are the little ones? Are there little babies running around? Yeah, just gonna get real pious here for a sec. Oh. This is not a beautiful altar, really. It looks sort of cursed, for lack of a better term. Maybe if I pray at this side, it'll work. Nothing happened. Oh yeah, sometimes you do need to be human for that stuff. I mean, there's a bonfire right over there. We can always just go hume up real quick. So is that's her singing then? The singing is a little confusing to me because it all sounds like the same song. Oh yeah, you're right. We can just do that wherever. You're right, sis. It all... Where is the second one? Oh, not Scarecrow. No, 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 no. My dress! Oh my god. I'm alive. Ah! Well, I guess we're going back to a bonfire anyway. How many pyromancers were down here? 3? They jumped me. Okay. Oops. What? Oh, I think I hit move accidentally. Sharouche. I like him gaunt in it. I don't love him pale in it though. Look at his gross fucking like spine. Oh, Sharouche. He needs to put like an icy hot patch on that shit. And get someone to trim his hair. He needs a barber and like a personal trainer. Okay, so the She's are a legion. I see. That's kind of cool. Oh yeah, the dregs. Dregs first, then Mance. Yeah, a barber and a personal trainer and a pie and a Baja Blast pie would fix me. I have a barber. I have a hairdresser that I go to. Key to embedded from the Deem. Oh. I hope that's a key. Oh, it's not. Is it like the hook hand? Yeah, here it is. Oh, it's like a keyblade. Wait, this is raw. Sword that opens the embedded's door. Shaped like a weapon, but is in fact a key. Is that how I got through these like white doors here, or is that more for the flavor text? Plunge the key into the embedded to bring a rhapsodic end to his fate. Once human embedded, realizing that he could never resist the temptation of the flesh. He could never resist the riddles of the flesh. Bound himself eternally with... Oh, wait, this is that guy in the tower. Yeah, the freak. We'll have to go back there. Since then, he's awaited the day that somebody will find this key and bury it within his bosom. Aren't we all waiting for the day? I'm waiting for the day that you will key my face. Yeah! This guy is not a good matchup for my this. too fast. Which is cool. Hell yeah, get dodged, idiot. Whoops. Well, how come you have, what do you have, 5 million attunement? Why do you have so many spells? You mean you're not also trying to run a strength build? There we go. Ow! That's sort of my freebie. Don't want to deal with that. Why don't I throw some fire back at him? Not everybody wants 42 strength. Don't hurt my friend, man. Hell yeah. Wait, no, that hurt me still. Let's do Chaos Storm. I bet you don't know this one. Chaos Storm! Wait. Just gotta. Ah! Sharouge! Sharouge's like, ah! Ah! Ow! Ooh! Ooh! Base! 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 I'm gonna. Actually, you know what? I'm doing a Pyromancer battle with him. We gotta get human for this. We gotta do this for that. So everyone wants so much from me. All right, let's. Oh well, if I do Lingering Flame, I can only use this. But this is the one that's been annoying me the most, so I'm gonna use it on him. Dregs. We gotta bop the dregs first. Clear them out. Alright, watch this shit. I'm getting the flame ready right away. Walking through this. He paints quite an image here. Just fucking can't believe this shit. I gotta come all the fucking way back down here. I love him. Best pro tag we've had, do you think, for Dark Souls? There's a case to be made. Oh yeah, Jarouge. Give him a taste of his own medicine. They've all been iconic in their own ways. Fuck you. Now. Don't throw fireballs in here. Don't you know that's dangerous? No, stop it. You're gonna hurt my friend. She's fine, I guess. Maybe she's resistant to fire. What's this? Oh, it's the Metapod Harden battle. Look. He knows about it too. Two? He thinks. Pop another one down. This is like when two zoners play each other. The match between two zoners in a fucking fighting game. What if we both stayed at two opposite sides of the screen and we threw out these little bullshits and just hoped one of us jumped into it? It's exactly what's happening right now. Except he has more than me. Why do you have so many? Fuck! I was itching my nose. I just want it to go away. I'm brushing him. You thought I was a zoner, but I was actually mixed. Loser. Okay. Shadoosh. Okay, do we need to do something with this, Sis? Is there an item I can use for this? Hello, she.
The little ones and the great, we have sung. This is what we were told.
It seems like it would be a Covenant thing. I know there's at least one Covenant we haven't joined yet because there's trophies for joining all of them, and I know that there's one we don't have, I think. Sorry I was glugging away there. What do you mean it's already 1:52? No, it isn't. There's no way it's already that late. Fuck. Oh, that's kind of cool. Doesn't really help me right now. I guess it did take us a long time to get started though, because of the stupid online thing. I'm bummed about that. I hope I still can, like, next time we play. Alright, where are all these fucking firemancers coming from? They're all in there. I want them one at a time. If I can make that happen. Fuck! Ow! Stop! Yes, there wasn't Dondadon this week. Fuck! He knew exactly what I was gonna do. He knew I was coming in. He saw that shit. There will be next week. This would be a good place to have some other kind of projectile. Yeah, I saw there was a bug ego. Because bug ego normally, I think I looked it up. The magazine. The magazine that Bug Ego runs in, I think, comes out on the 19th. I was looking at it when I started catching up. I also haven't finished catching up yet. I should do that before the next chapter. But I also did see that one came out today, so I was wondering about that. Alright, the Lingering Flame isn't it. I think we are going to need a projectile. I think I'm going to go Great Fireball and... Flame Swath is kind of good. What's another, like, cheap one? Great Combustion, maybe? I know that one you need to be close range, but I need something that's going to come out fast. Yeah, we do have knives. That's true. I could throw some of those also. I don't even think I got my shit. We didn't have very much, though. Oh, yeah, the dregs. Always drain the dregs. Alright, should we talk about the big pressing issue now that I just realized we have like a half an hour left of normal stream time? This has been a weird one. Where did the time fucking go? I guess it was really just like rambling and then all the time it took us to get started. But it feels like it was a very short, brisk ramble. Fuck you, dude. It's not gonna hit me. So little damage. Alright, this isn't... Jarouge, sometimes you don't fight fire with fire. You only fight fire with fire when your fire can do more than 64 damage. That shit, I'm immune to that shit. Don't even worry about that shit, dude. It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna go in here and kind of hide hold him. Alright, should we talk about the most pressing thing to me specifically? I woke up today and I was absolutely assailed by more information about Metroid Prime 4 than we have seen yet ever. There was this huge Metroid Prime feature from VGC, and also Nintendo put out their own trailer, and there were some articles written about people who got to play the game, and all kinds of Metroid Prime 4 stuff. I'll try to be as orderly as I can on this. So the trailer I think is pretty good, like Nintendo's own cut trailer. I wouldn't say it showed too much that like we haven't kind of seen or just sort of assumed would be in the game. But I think they made the game look like snappy. I do think particularly about this game, the sort of just kind of running and gunning like combat, I think looks as good as it's ever been. Which is definitely, you know, like the gunplay and like fighting and stuff, even though you do a lot of it in Metroid Prime, has never been like the primary appeal. I don't know why I came out here. I don't know what's out here, but we're not doing it if we have to fight 2 of those guys at once. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. We might need to go back to the sword. I might need to live and die by the sword if we're gonna be fighting these guys. I don't want to though. I want it to be an axe day. I think the trailer looks good. I think you know, it looked fluid. Again, the game runs in the best frame rate a Nintendo game has ever run. You can also play it in 4K. Like, that element of it, I think, all looks great. They showed some of the worlds. I think that the areas look nice. They showed just some kind of more stuff about the bike thing, including like, you know, like if you're somewhere where you have enough space to ride the bike, you can call and ride the bike whenever. Which you can even do in like the less kind of open areas, more just like the little hallways. I imagine that'll sort of be kind of a Speed Booster-esque, maybe, in some areas like that. Considering Retro never figured out how to get the Speed Booster working. It's like the Samus's one like staple ability that's not in Metroid Prime. And even some of her weird staple abilities that you don't think should be in it, like the screw attack even, or like the space jump are. They figured out a way to put those in the game, whether you think they work or not. I think that's pretty fun. But anyway, so like all of that I thought looked cool. The trailer looks good, I think, more or less. But the other thing that's in the trailer, there's a whole segment. It even cuts in with a title card. The title card cuts in as Galactic Federation Troopers. And again, just to breach the topic, in the trailer Nintendo cut and put out on their own social media and all that, there are some Galactic Trooper characters, all of whom have kind of a unique armor. They all look varied, like they look like real characters, unlike just the normal fucking gray troopers. And they all have like a little personality. There's like a girl. There's a nerdy guy. There are 2 of them who say they have to get back to their family. I don't know about that. Like, I saw all the comments think that one of those guys is like the most dead man alive. There are 2 that are like, I gotta get back to my family. But there are gonna be these Galactic Trooper characters. Now, Metroid Prime, if you're like not as aware of kind of like what... Oh! Sharouge! I've never wanted to kiss a gaunt man in a dress with wielding an axe before so bad in my life. The accidental backstab? Are you kidding me, man? Sharouge, wait, don't die. Sharouge, Sharouge! Whoa. Again, for those who are maybe like a little less familiar with Metroid Prime and you've just played like the 2D ones or something, Metroid Prime 3 does have voice acting. It has characters with names who are not like a huge part of the story, but like they've got like characters and motivations and stuff like that. And I think in that game it's pulled off relatively well. And I don't like love it, but I like sort of like it. It's fine. So it's definitely not the first time that the series has had like talking NPCs. It's just like got a little more of that than like the 2D Metroids do, which also a couple of those have a lot of dialogue, but normally they're much more kind of just Samus and the environment and the world. But you know, even if you've just seen the trailer, you will certainly note that that's in it. However, if it just went that far, I think I would be like, I don't think I'd be thinking too much about it. But, and again, Sis, I don't know how much you know about this. If you're not on social media, like, I don't know what you've seen. But I'm about to enlighten you if you don't know. The 20-minute VGC game, like extended look of the gameplay, opens with a galactic trooper. He's the nerdy one. Yeah, Sis will fucking hate this. Opens with a galactic trooper who's sort of like the nerdy one. On top of his like spaceship that he seems to have like crash landed in or something. And he makes a joke where he's basically like, on one hand, I'm stranded on this planet for my life. On the other hand, I don't have to share a cubicle with Doug anymore, so win? And then Samus Aran walks into the scene. He goes, so win? And he like shrugs. And then motherfucking Nintendo silent protagonist Samus walks in. And he goes like, Samus, whoa, whoa. And this guy's name is, what is his name? Mick something? I don't even remember. This guy is all the Metroid fandom has been talking about. Because in this 20 minutes of gameplay, and I didn't watch the whole thing because I didn't want to see 20 straight minutes of gameplay. I still intend to get the game. I just, it's like a lot of the early part of the game I just like would rather play myself. However, I did like click through the play bar just to kind of get an idea of sort of what was going on. And Sis, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. This guy is talking in every stop on the play bar that I click. He is talking when Samus is in a combat encounter, like fighting these aliens that like jump out at you. At one point he goes, maybe you can shoot them off the wall before they come onto the bridge. He's sort of the one silver lining of this guy is that Samus seems to not give a fuck about him. She doesn't talk still. There's one kind of funny part where she walks up behind him and he gets scared and he goes like, man, you're like scary quiet, which I thought was like kind of cute. Not cute enough to save this though. And he's just talking the entire time. So like obviously a lot of the fandom are like, what is this? My least charitable, I'm going to give you my least charitable and my most charitable reading here. One after the other. My least charitable reading is that it felt like watching Immortals of Avium footage. The writing, I got Immortals of Avium vibes from it. It felt like fucking Dylan or whatever his name is was jumping around with Samus and telling her things she could do instead of letting her figure it out. Yeah, he definitely hacks something and he says, stand back, it's about to get nerdy. That's my least charitable interpretation. Here, well, actually, we'll jump back to that. My most charitable interpretation is that this guy is the first guy you meet, and the reason he's the first guy you meet, and the reason he's sort of like he's sort of telling you tutorial stuff, is because, like they want to, you know, it's sort of new Nintendo philosophy. They want to get people accustomed to the game. And there are other galactic troopers in this game. So, like, you know, get the, like, nerdy, helpless guy out of the way first. And then some of the other guys who look a little cooler. Like, there's a guy with a sniper rifle and a girl who looks like a girl boss or something. Like, you know, like, save those guys for the later areas where the game is tougher. That's my most charitable reading of this, but there's a big asterisk on that loops back to my least charitable reading, which is there's like 4 more galactic troopers in the game. What if the entire game is just going from character to character to character who's gonna talk the entire time? It's not what it's supposed to be like. If this is your ride-along guy for the first area, great. Like, you know, you don't have to deal with this annoying guy. But you will still have to probably listen to, like, quipping characters that are just different guys the whole way through. That isn't what Metroid's supposed to be like. which again takes me back to Metroid Prime 3, which has more of that stuff in it. It has some characters, like, again, who speak. There are these, basically, if you haven't played the game, there are these bounty hunters that all get hired alongside Samus to do this mission, and then this shit goes down, basically, and then they all get corrupted, and you have to, like, track them down and kill them. Two of them are kind of cool. They're all sort of likable, and they all talk with voice acting, and I think they're fine. I like that. Is it like there's also a part where you are with these galactic troopers and you like raid the pirate homeworld, which again doesn't feel very Metroidy. It feels more like Halo or something, but it's still cool. I still like it. Prime 3 is like it has stuff like that, but I think it's like fine. Like most of the game is still you exploring around. But my worry is just that they have gone too far in that direction, maybe. It's more like modern video gamey than it really fucking feels like Metroid, which will be a huge fumble. I would also love to say I'm sure they know better, but at the same time, this game has been in development hell for years. What if this is what what if this is what we've got? I'm sure there will still be some parts where you're alone. Oh yeah, here's the chest. Where you're alone and you're like out in the wilds, but I just think, what if that is even if that's half the game and the other half is running around with a quippy like character who won't stop fucking telling you what you can do, or it looks like there might be a power-up in this room, Samus, or something like that. Like, keep that shit in, like, the fucking new God of War games. I don't want that to be in Metroid. There are some very, very highly reviewed AAA games where characters do that. In God of War Ragnarok, again, a game that got, like, 90s, that's in the game. Like, there are characters who will spoil the solution to puzzles for you if you've taken too long on them. And I just really, really, really don't want it to be like that. I think it's fine for that. Like, I think we're in 2025. I think it's fine for there to be dialogue and talking in Metroid. There's dialogue and talking in all Nintendo games, including that one. But it just should never be like that. It should not, like, get in your way, I think. You know? So, like, am I still gonna get the game? Yeah. Again, like, what's a bummer is that the encounter where stupid-ass Scott the Woz is, like, giving you backup and saying lines the whole time, talking about how he's scared. The gunplay, like, action, like, game element of it looks better than it's ever been. Like, I think that the aiming looks slick. Samus jumping around, all that looks like it feels at worst like Metroid Prime, and at best like better than Metroid Prime looks to play. But I think it'll be a huge disappointment if there's too much like yapping in the game, and it breaks the atmosphere of an otherwise good game. I think that'll be a huge miss. Or you could maybe, but like again, it just feels so Nintendo-y to have them be like, you know, this was integral to the direction of the game. So, no, of course you can't turn it off. Again, I know Retro developed the game, but Nintendo also works closely with them on that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. It felt very, like... I think maybe if I was, like, a lot younger... like, when I was, like, kind of during the Wii era, when I was, like, a teenager... I really wanted Nintendo games to be more like... Not that I really wanted this, but I wanted to prove to the people that, like, played other AAA games, like, on PS3 or Xbox or something. I wanted to prove to them that Nintendo games were as good. And so, like, when I saw something like Prime 3 having kind of more set pieces and having more kind of, like, production to it, I was excited, like, to show people that. Because I was like, look, this is as good as Halo. Look, this thing I like is valid. So, like, if I had seen this trailer when I was, like, that age, I probably wouldn't have understood what people were mad about. But, like, these days, I don't want Nintendo games to be like that. I want them to be, like, their own unique thing that, like, that they've sort of crafted and cultivated. And Metroid Prime is my favorite game, and Metroid Prime 2 is another of my, like, top games of all time. And another, I guess, positive thing about, like, you know, I guess a positive thing about being an adult is if the game, like, isn't what I wanted, it won't destroy me. I don't get so invested in a new video game coming out these days ever that, like, if it's not good, I'll be like, you know, I'll be staring off into the distance like, man, like, it's just a video game. I got Hollow Knight Silksong this year, and it's a 10, so I can't be, like, that mad. But for a game that's been in development for so long and is a sequel to, like, my favorite game, you know, I think it will definitely be disappointing if it's, like, if it's, like, my worst case imagining what it could be. Again, I don't even think, like, I'm not even necessarily saying that, like, let me just say this one other thing, and then we'll walk up this extremely cinematic looking, imposing hallway. Even if the, like, Federation troopers were, like, good characters and I liked them, even if it turns out that that's what ends up, like, being the case, it still won't be what I want for Metroid Prime 4. Like, I'm not a hater just because, but I am a hater on principle, you know? I think I'm being generous with the game, but I'm definitely putting my foot down on what would be too much for me. And the whole game being like that 20 minutes of footage they showed today with Nintendo Devon was too much, I thought. Again, you won't be able to judge it till it comes out, but, you know. Also, yes, people are coping. There have been a lot of people who are like, oh, this guy's funny, you'll give him a chance. I'm like, I'm sorry, you just don't understand Metroid. Like, if you think that, you're probably just a Nintendo fan who, like, doesn't know what it's about or just doesn't remember why, like, doesn't realize why it was so good. What I will say though is I think the models for the human characters actually look incredible for Nintendo. Even the nerdy guy, he has, like, a real face. Like, he even has, like, kind of, like, weird teeth. And then there's, like, you know, like, the girl, there's an African-American guy. Like, the faces they showed, they look great, I think. Like, they're the most realistic looking humans Nintendo has ever made. And the game looks, like, visually, the game, I think, looks great, too. Again, it would just be a huge bummer if they messed it up. Hopefully they won't. Hopefully it won't be that bad. But it did not inspire confidence today. Fuck you. That's not what happens when you touch the fireball. It lets you heal. It lets you stop and heal. Oh, this guy. Alright, well, I'm done talking about Metroid anyway, so let's talk to this guy. Does that hurt you? That, like, knockback from the bonfire? Yeah, we met. I wasn't wearing a dress then, but it's me, Jarouge. Life, is that the theme, says? Oh, I remember that guy. That might be the, what's he called? The gluttonous demon or whatever. What is it that drives Jarouge? I don't know, I just wanted to play guitar, man.
Wow. humanity. And men assume the fleeting form. These are the roots of our world. Men are props in static life, and no matter how tender, how exquisite, a lie will remain a lie. Young Harlow, knowing this, do you still desire peace?
Yeah. Says, what's the choice? Was the light the king? What did he say? The Lord of Light? Was that Gwyn? Were we talking about Gwyn? Or like Paul? I think I do desire peace. I think it would be good.
Venric, the near true monarch, is here. And not
Who do we think this guy is then?
what is a king?
This wooden, like this must be like how he's speaking through or something.
So grounded in my faith. What is it you seek? You cannot even say yourself. We shall meet again, young Harlow.
Hi. This is who absorbed that cutscene, but fucking Jarouge. Shabrouge. Here he is. So he was saying that Gwyn drove the men from the world or something, and then did they come here instead? Or what was I intended to get from that? I was trying to pay attention, but I didn't understand what he was talking about at first. This looks like the fakest wall. I could James stick my hand through this wall. That wall's not real. Also, again, I would imagine, or I would assume that, again, this game would operate under the reality where the chosen undead defeats Gwyn and kindles the flame, which in Dark Souls 1, that was sort of like the repeat the cycle ending. Is that right? Like you kept, or did we that's what like there's always an ending like that, right? Was that was the ending that we got, and was that the ending that like you're like, well, now I have the fucking flame? Because I know there's an ending in Dark Souls 1 where you can bring forth the dark also. There's the other serpent, and you can choose to not kindle the flame, which is the ending I think we didn't do. But this could be either of those two endings, and I would think that that would, like, you know, like either one could lead to another world like this. But you defeat Gwyn either way, so I guess I'm confused on like what that would have to do with this world coming to be. Except that it's cool. I'm sure eventually we'll learn, or I'll watch a video about it. And baby, I've been seeing the Dark Souls 2 lore videos. They're popping up for some reason. Maybe it's because I've been uploading these VODs. I don't know. I haven't been watching any of them, but... Also, these guys have, like, sun shields. Where are we going to? Did we get a title drop for this area yet? I'm gonna go a little further. What time is it? I can't see because my water bottle's in the way. What time is it? Guy, come on. Come over. Loser. Oh. And that's all the gaming news, you guys. I think that's all I had that I wanted to talk about. Again, one other thing I will say, last thing I'll say about Metroid is I'm very interested now in finding out what it's like. This is not the direction I thought it would go in at all. I do think that, like, now that, like, we know kind of there's this whole element of the game, it makes sense that they, that, like, first couple trailers were so, like, nothing feeling. Because they really were hiding, like, a whole fucking thing from us. It's just that, like, oh, hello. Unlike Donkey Kong Bonanza, where I think the thing they were hiding was the most exciting part of the game. This is, I feel, the opposite towards. What is this? Is this blowout? That guy has a torch. Shake it off, Sharouge. Bring your dress out. This guy's scary looking. He looks like some shit you'd see in a haunted house, like Zebra was talking about. I guess I'll kill. It's like weirdly non-hostile. When Gwyn linked the fire, he cursed humanity. Yeah, okay. Oh, this guy's raw! I thought he was saying there was more to it. But I guess he did ask us about, like, you know, hollowness. I guess also, like, one thing I should... Yeah, this guy's rocking the... Didn't we fuck around with this briefly? Double shields. He's rocking the Zebra FF2 build. I'm throwing fire at you. Oh, yeah, that's probably the ticket. Seems really hard to get around this guy without magic. One thing I need to remember is that humanity in Dark Souls is, like, a little bit different than, like, you'd think, right? I guess, like, you know, like, all of the hollows, like, all the people are human, but humanity is also, like, its own thing. Like, there's a, like... The fleeting form, I guess, is the little humanity ghost things that are in Dark Souls 1, right? And you would imagine that because the light drove those out of the residents of the world that aren't like gods like Gwyn and all them, then that's why the hollowing took place in the first place. Is because the light was too, you know, like the fucking, like the greatest cutscene of all fucking time with fucking light and dark. Rest in fucking peace. With fire came disparity. What is going on in there? What the hell's going on in there? Dracula? Oh my god, he's got the Martyr Logarius missile. Oh, he has humanity missiles, it looks like. Is he a human mancer? In any other series, that would sound like the stupidest possible quest, like, class you could be. This guy's a human mancer! That's just a guy, dude. Fuck, ow! Are these guys gonna hurt me? I kinda wanna get rid of them first. Ah. Okay, hold on, base. This is crazy also. Those definitely look like the little humanity souls, which again, like, not lost on me, have not been in this game at all. And I know when we were talking about, like, the human effigies, I had a theory that, like, those are meant to resemble humanity, and that's why they have a similar effect to the, you know, humanity items in Dark Souls 1. Haha, taste my flame. I will fight magic with magic. Oh, they have these witch ladies have, like, all the magics too. She has lightning. She has... Oh, and Gwyn had lightning bolts. And fire for the... Point! Does she... She mastered the Dark Souls 1 magics? Humanity's... like, death blasts, fire, and flame? We're cooking now. We're getting somewhere now. I'm not breaking that this time. You can't trick me. Again, the fact that there is, like, again, I guess now is a good time to talk about all the Dark Souls 1 shit. Because there is pyromancy in the world, and again, we know, like, the worlds are connected, you would assume that the Chaos Flame, which is what caused pyromancy to exist, as I understand it, still exists too. But I think that shit was, like, ever burning. Like, I would imagine, like, it just was so fucked up and bad that it just truly could never go away. And it's still here. Interesting. Everything that's been told by who? Vendrick?
Halt.
Hello?
Human, do not produce light.
What if I did it, though?
And all those who bear it.
Oh, this is the Dark Zone.
In this place.
I could make a torch. Should I aggro him? Let's not. Let's not for now. Well, yeah, but we know that everything that Gwyn said was bullshit. Paul McMartney figured that shit out. His whole fucking kingdom wasn't even a real kingdom. Hello. Are you real? Yes. Okay. Strong silent types, huh? Who could use some people like you in Metroid? These guys are cool looking. One of these guys must be an NPC we can talk to, considering he talked to me. It's probably this one. Oh, Dr. Doom? Oh, no, this... What is this guy? Hold on. The blue guy. It's the Dark Souls blue guy.
I am Ugdane, guardian of the crypt.
That's the highest level fire spell in Persona.
Dead rest here in peace, cradled by the comfort of dark. Light only agitates. We have no need for it here.
He looks so stupid. Not this guy, me.
I am a finito. We weave death and watch over the dead. This task was granted to me by the one who gave us the first death. Countless souls rest here. Some of them from ages long ago. Some were rich, others poor. Some wise, some dull, but now they're all just dead. Did you come for him? The one called...
Oh, he's here in the dead zone?
You will find him.
That's
deeper
crazy,
inside.
actually. Did we know that? Did we know he
Many
died?
castle servants and the like
He's probably not
confess
dead, but
their
he's just
lord.
chilling down here.
But they rest here now, put to death by the king's own guards. Perhaps he's not in the mood for company.
I swear he, like, sequestered himself away after he got spurned by the Queen Betty. And I think she was, I don't know. I think she did it. I think she caused the
Humans
curse.
were one with the dark. The former king of light, he feared humans. Feared that they would usher in an age of dark. How queer you humans. How you go on,
Interesting.
never separating truth from fiction.
I guess, like, again, in some way, I think all of this also connects to the pygmy character, who is, like, extraordinarily never talked about in Dark Souls 1, but got to imagine eventually comes up. And I think we are, at least from where I'm at, I think we're meant to assume that he, like, like, again, the reason that he was sort of not granted any glory is because he was human, and again, like, Gwyn just not want to deal with that shit. And also ended up inadvertently causing all of this bullshit to happen. But that's at least like what it seems like to me. That's how I interpreted it.
This place is welcome to all.
Because also the humans are smaller than those guys too. They're all giant.
Death is equitable, accepting. We will all one day be welcomed by her embrace. Tell me what you desire. Show me reverence.
Covenant?
And I will lend you my hand.
The Covenant of the Dead. Oh, we gotta learn the gesture. Grave Warden Ogdine. Have mercy. Funny. What have you got for me? Ooh, that's kind of cool. Got some bolts. Human effigy, Elizabeth mushroom. I also am very, like... I still very much want to know what the deal is with these two. It's probably... This I could easily see just being a reference. I know we've seen these before, but... Warmth. Aww. One of the lost pyromancies preserved in the undead crypt. A gentle, warm flame that heals those who touch it. Is this healing pyromancy for me? Ooh. I'm getting it. Hell yeah. It pays. It's probably the only healing pyromancy magic in the game, I would imagine. I'm going to buy a couple of these too, just because I used a couple randomly. I wasted a few today.
I am a finito. We weave death and watch over the dead.
These guys have to be like...
This task
Oh, finito, though. It has Nito in the name.
First death. Countless souls rest.
These guys are like Nito's
Some of them from ages
familiars or whatever, probably.
Some were
They
rich,
descended or were created by him, maybe.
some wise, some dull, but now they're all. In the past, humans were one with the dark. The former king of life, he feared humans. Feared that they would usher in an age of dark. How queer you hear.
What did Powell McMartney do? What did he choose? What did that fuckboy do? Was stupid ass green shoes? There's nothing in the legends about a guy who wore green shoes, is there, Agadine? Trying to figure that shit out. All right, should we end it for tonight? I feel like this is a great place to call it. There's also... That looks like positive boss, I guess, too. Or maybe that, like, enters the area. There was a, bonfire back here, though, so I think I will go back. Yeah, that makes sense. Because, like, again, going with the originally established lore, you would have thought that the humans should have had, you know, their own chance at creating something with, like, with the flame that was obtained from the Dragon War, but they didn't. Jarouge, take the dress off, dude. Much to consider about the lore. Jarouge, take that fucking dress off. Jarouge. There was supposed to be an age of dark. And you know what? I think it's time to hang up the axes today. I guess we could do one more, but if we're gonna fight Vendrick next time, I'm not fighting him with these fucking axes. They're cool though. I had fun playing with them today. We definitely will do it again. Again, we got a whole ass fucking bunch of DLCs to do too. There'll be plenty of time. Right, the flame was originally supposed to run out, and then Gwyn just continued to keep it alive. And that's what the goal of the other serpent that's not Kingseeker Frampt. Once again, incredible name. If you're not up on the lore, there's a character in Dark Souls 1 called King Seeker Framped, and he's a giant snake. What an awesome series. He's like a big, gross snake with gross teeth, and his name is King Seeker Framped. Where's my fucking sword? Here it is. I can never find where it is. Jarush, why are you managing right now? He's in manager mode. Whatever the other guy's name is, that was his goal, was to bring the Age of Dark that was foreshadowed. Okay, guys, that's it for Jarush today. Hell yeah. Should we talk to Fiora? I think we should go talk to Fiora. There was no Dondadon this week. You can go home. We've been going a little overtime lately, so I want to end it off. Again, this is like a perfect place to stop, I think. But there's no stopping without she. The second DLC of Dark Souls 3. Yeah, I was under the impression that this game, in comparison to Dark Souls 3, did not have very much to do with the overall Dark Souls lore. I thought that that one was much more tied to DS1 than this was ever supposed to be. But there's been a lot more of Dark Souls stuff in this than I thought there would be. I thought this was supposed to be the weird one that, like, didn't seem like it was really attached to anything. But I guess I was wrong.
I'm glad to see you're well.
Hi, Fiora. Oh, we got a fire seed, didn't we? Oh, but our flame is as leveled up as it can be,
I finally
right?
tracked down my teacher,
That's good for you.
but I've decided to keep at it.
Yeah, it's better.
I need to see what I can achieve by myself.
Tell me about your master, and maybe his master even.
Master Carillion and I are from Malphia to the south, a land lush with sorcery and pyromancy.
It sounds so good.
Master Carillion polished his art at one of our renowned magic academies. But he argued that the academies were terrible places to learn magic. This quite angered Master Glocken, my previous teacher.
She just went, all she did was went,
Once Master Carillion spoke excitedly of this land. He made talk of the remnants of some great power.
This is the one I
and the
don't know
deep
until the
abyss
end,
that
and it always
surrounds
makes me sad.
I tried to ask more, but he didn't seem to hear. Oh, I'll never be good enough, will I?
And finally, don't worry, don't get too sad, guys. Don't get too sad, because it's the icing on the cake. We're going to bring it all back around with this big, happy finale.
It was a perilous trek across the mountains. I faced the most frightful things.
Wait.
The number of times I nearly died.
Ski lol.
Be safe.
Thank you, Fiora. Besties forever, my fave. And you're my other fave, she. Alright, well, yep. Checked off all the boxes, complained about video games, said the word Jarush, talked to the female NPCs. That's gonna be a bish bash bosh on Dark Souls today. Guys, thank you for watching. Zebra, thank you for the resub. Everybody else for coming in on the raid and hanging out and talking with me. This one flew by. And I was worried that we weren't going to make any fucking progress when all we had done was that swamp. But now it really feels like don't say we're in it now. It feels like we left it feels like we left off at a really good point. Because we're back around to the story again. The big fiery root tree thing showed up. So, good way to leave it off. Oh, let's look at our next reaction also, or our new reaction. What was it? Have mercy? I like this one more than the prostration. It's sniveling. This is when I'm asking, please, can I get those feet pics, she? Please. Please, can I get some kick out without the shoes on? Please. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Great stream. I'll see you for Donkey Kong on Sunday. I may have eaten the Taco Bell Baja Blast pie before then. Be afraid. Tight. Big love. Thanks for coming over. Have a good night. Bye. Say bye, Jarush.